Hey, what's up? Welcome to the game, everybody. This is the Wizard of Oz, and this is not my show. There's my Huckleberry. Welcome in, Battery, Zoom. Oh, man. What the heck? I fell asleep. Come on in. Let's get this party started. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I did a lot of work on the shed today. I've got a lot of the floor framing done.
Oh, nice.
It's looking sweet. Um,
Good deal.
the outside is pressure treated because it's going to be exposed to the elements. But the inside is all reclaimed wood.
Oh, nice.
I still have lights on it, so take you out.
Yeah, I'm not quite.
How's that look?
There you go.
It's coming along.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got all the not trusses. They call it, these boards.
The
Joists.
Joyces,
I got all the joists in, and now I'm putting the boards in between.
the Dolmans, yeah.
What do you call them?
Dolmans?
Okay, I'm not hearing very well.
Dolmans, I think.
Dolman? I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, Susan.
most of them are
Hi.
24 inches apart, but
Right.
this one's bigger, and the one over there is smaller.
Oh, okay.
It's because I have one of these kind of off center.
Oh, really?
By design, you know, the back wall, the blocks were too big. I couldn't put it in the center.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Susan?
I got a utility light on it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Susan.
Hi. How you doing?
I know, not bad. I had a pretty good day.
Oh, good. How you
Yeah.
doing, Wiz? How was your day?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, good. Hi,
Yeah.
Huckle. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I I figured y'all would get on it after the sun went down, so I put out the shop light so I could show the structure.
There you go.
I
Oh,
charged
wow.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, I got my phone replaced today.
What kind of phone
Better
did you
phone?
get?
A Moto G Play.
Uh huh.
It was cheaper than getting the dang phone, my old phone fixed
Mhm.
because
Usually is.
the screen had shattered out so bad. It was feeling like it was cutting my finger.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It usually is cheaper to get them replaced.
Yeah,
They
I got an
designed
upgrade and it cost me $115.
Who are you with?
they designed it that
T-Mobile
way.
or
Cricket, yeah.
Cricket? Okay.
Yeah, but it was going to cost me $120 to get the glass replaced
Wow.
on my old phone. So I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'll get a new one. The pain in the butt.
Yeah, I need to get a new one myself. I got cracks all over the side of my screen.
What kind of phone do you have?
I have a Note 9.
Oh, okay.
Let me check. Yep, it's a Note 9.
Oh, okay.
They have the name on the back of this.
Yeah, I really.
I hooked up my second solar panel. Oh heck, we can't see it. I can't show it to you. Wait a minute. Maybe I can.
Got a second solar panel? A second solar panel? What happened? Why do you only got two?
I'm rebuilding this. I'm starting from scratch again. Different location. Oops. And that's on my shed, not the house. There. Okay. Put 2 solar
Oh,
panels
okay.
on the shed.
Oh, yeah. That's on top of the shed?
Yep. Not really an ideal location, is that I get the best sun from about noon to maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. I get 3 hours of
I
good
thought
sun.
you usually get to 3 o'clock, right? The best sun from noon to 3.
10 to 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually about 10 to 2:30, 3 o'clock in that area. That's the best time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a huge sequoia blocking the sun in the morning from about
Right.
10 to 12.
Oh, okay.
And where the shed's going to be, it's not going to be, it's going to have a lot of sun blocked by that stupid tree.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not rich. No. In fact, it wiped me out getting the phone replaced, but I can't make any more money without my phone. People being able to call me and that sort of thing.
But for this crooked government, he would be rich.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I would be. Yeah, would be a lot better off.
With the knowledge you got,
You know, the
said,
Amish people in 2020, they started going back to work in May. They didn't care what the government was saying. You know.
Right.
So that's how most people. We should just go on with our life. Without.
Right.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say, let's go, Brandon.
Isn't that F.U. Biden?
Right.
I don't like using that word, so
No, I know.
let's go, Brandon works for me.
Everybody was
Mm.
like Foo Biden.
Foo Biden. Foo Biden.
Come
There you go.
Foo Biden.
You could
That's
start
right,
a new
Jim.
trend. Foo Biden.
Foo Biden.
Well,
Oh,
he's not my
I
president, so I don't know who he is.
I
Yeah,
met
he's not my president.
I met a couple of my new coworkers today, and one's from Vietnam, the other one's from Cambodia. You know who they voted for?
Oh,
Trump.
oh, okay.
Right.
They come from socialist countries. Hell yeah, they're gonna vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Princess is hiding in the bathroom.
Oh,
And
no, why?
I don't know.
Oh,
So I got to put my
It
phone.
is Halloween Eve.
back in.
maybe she's trying to escape away from the puppies. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
I unplugged my phone to show the status of the shed build, and I lost 10% of my battery.
Oh, no.
It wasn't very long.
Mhm.
This
Oh,
screen
wow.
really uses up the battery.
Are you like the battery expert?
For this,
Well,
yeah.
obviously not. He's got so many batteries that his phone still goes dead.
No.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't have the cables to plug it in. But this
Oh.
StreamYard does use the power faster than I can charge.
Yeah, Hucko is right what she said because my cousin lives right by them in Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they went right back to work. They didn't care what the president said.
Right. They all went in their services with
Oh,
their
Yeah,
religious services. They
right,
all
here,
share the same cup.
exactly, right. And that's what a
did
lot of
you hear?
Celtic people do. They drink the wine. Nobody got sick.
Right.
Did you hear what Indiana's doing?
But
They're reaching out to the cops in Chicago and Illinois
hmm
that are going to be out of a job because they don't want to take the vax.
yeah, I
They
heard
say,
that.
"Come on over, work for us. We don't require it."
If you go to Florida too, they're paying the cops $5,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, Indiana's got. If they go over to Indiana, they're going to get a wage drop, but
Oh,
it's not that bad.
okay,
But they don't have to get the jab,
that's right.
and the taxes are lower,
Oh wow,
which means they
oh
don't have to have as high a pay.
wow. Hucko is close by my cousin in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She's an
We
hour and a half away.
we have an open invitation from Idaho
Yeah.
for counties to move to Idaho.
Oh, I like their
Idaho wants
name there.
Idaho
Huh?
wants Oregon counties, and they've been thinking about it too.
Mm-hmm.
I can convince the wife that we move to those counties.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to convince my husband. I want to get out of New York. I can't take being here.
Hey, my wife is almost all her life has been a city girl, so she doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want to leave the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, same here. But I mean, my family, my mom was from a farm. She grew up on a farm. So, and my family liked country music. I mean, just because we're in the city don't mean like we're all city people, you know? It's just your background.
Oh, this Vietnamese guy at work,
Yeah.
he came over one day and says, "Hey, put on some country music. I love that country music."
Mm-hmm.
He's Vietnamese.
Yeah, my dad liked Patsy Cline. I don't know, you remember Patsy Cline?
When my wife came here to stay,
Mm-hmm.
uh, she tried listening to the Spanish channels, and it was all
Mm-hmm.
Mexican.
Oh,
So
wow.
she became a fan of country music.
Oh,
And now she's got
nice.
the internet on her phone. Just listens
Mm-hmm.
to hers now.
I like
But
Shania Twain. I like the way she sings. And I
she's
actually saw
Canadian.
her. Yes, but she sings country, doesn't she? Kind of country
Yeah,
music.
well, she doesn't sound as country as most.
Right.
She was a showgirl.
Mm-hmm. I saw her in concert years ago.
Yeah, I saw Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
Oh, I like them.
She opened up for her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and it was cool. She says, I was here 2 weeks ago. We
Mm-hmm.
came to a Britney Spears concert. Brought my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to see Britney Spears, so she had some experience, but from the audience. She was in that same arena, and
Wow.
then she opened up with a bunch of her songs. Then so she introduced her husband to come on the show, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's on their feet.
Yeah, they were both great sing. I mean, they don't really sing much anymore, right? I mean, I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
hear them.
Tim McGraw's got a new album out.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know about Faith Hill. I don't hear much about her because
Right.
I'm really not interested.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
have a CD, summer CDs.
Tim McGraw sounds country. Faith Hill kind of
Yeah.
popish to me,
Mm-hmm.
but she's good.
Yeah.
You know who's what's the one that hit the pop scene? She's
Mm-hmm.
country. Uh, Kanye West shoved her off the stage one night.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I
I
know.
forget her name.
What's her name? She's a blonde, right?
Yeah,
What is her name? I can't think of it.
I always forget her name, But she started out country, and
Yeah.
local radio station says, if you don't think she's country, you're not country. Okay, I've heard her music. I don't think she's country, so I guess I'm not country.
Hmm.
So I might as well listen to a different station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, how is
No
Flunk
opinion.
Blyden, whatever you call it? How's Flunk Blyden or Blyden, whatever you call it?
Any bets on when he's going to change his name to Brandon? Oh, they got some
I
interesting
guess he's
bets
not
going on in
there.
Vegas.
Oh, I'm saying he's not there. He's got the thing on mute.
He tried to take the narrative back. He
Oh, there he is.
he had a photo op with a disabled man named Brandon.
I'm not wearing my headphones, so
Hey, you sound different.
Yeah.
You sound old timey radio when you got your headphones on.
yep.
That was awesome.
Anyway, I was trying to give you a time to speak if you want to say anything.
Calling Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy.
That's it. You know, it's funny. When Dick Tracy was on, they had a Saturday show, cartoon, I think. They were talking on their watch, video calls on their watch. I'm like, boy, that would be cool. I'll never see that. That's
Yeah,
now.
right.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Is that a recent picture of?
No,
Oh,
that's my son when he was 1 year old. That was in 86 or 80, no, 87.
wow.
1987.
Your kids must be close to my kid's age.
Well, no,
Kinda
that's
look like-
my son I told you, passed on.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Reba McEntire in the picture.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? I don't know. People told me I look like Emma Samms.
Oh, no, wait. Shelley West.
Shelley West? Okay.
Shelley West had her hair exactly like that.
I had big
I saw
hair
her in
all my
Germany.
life.
You had big hair?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
puffy, whatever.
Oh,
I saw Shelley West in Germany.
Mm-hmm. I like straight hair, but my hair was just not that way.
What's the
I
name
tried
of Sam's in like Weird Science?
maybe.
Science.
I don't know, maybe.
Love
Yep.
that movie.
plus I don't have a lot of battery life either, and I'm not plugged in. I'm sitting out in my truck.
Oh.
I have 11 volts. All I'm doing is charging my phone, so I got a while.
Oh, yeah.
I got at least a volt and a half.
Mm-hmm. How long does that last?
So,
Well, they're lithium-ion batteries, so they last quite a while.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite sure when it's supposed to hit, but we had like a class 1 solar flare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what I hear. Like tonight and tomorrow.
I
Yeah.
really wanted to go out where there's no lights so I could see it. Couldn't talk the wife into it, though. We seen it once from the Columbia River.
Yeah, it was pretty epic, that solar flare. I saw footage of it, but it's supposed to actually cause radioactive, or not radioactive, but radiation,
Radiological.
like an EMF. It's going to interfere with radio frequencies. RF.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of skip off of AM radio.
Oh no.
Yeah, if I had my CB plugged in, I'd probably
Yeah.
be able to shoot skip all over the country right now.
It screws with FM. You know, you don't have as much range on FM. But AM it
Yeah.
kind of extends it at times.
Yep. So one thing I did, I heard somebody else did it too, is I backed up to the Great Salt Lake and dropped a chain down in the water in the marina,
Mm-hmm.
and used the entire Great Salt Lake as a ground plane.
Yeah, that'll work. That's a huge ground plane.
Yep. Off of my trailer hitch. I had a bumper hitch is what I had at the time. But it utilized the whole. I had 102-inch steel whips, dual whips on the back of my truck on my old Ford pickup, and it was very directional. And I'll tell you what, I was shooting some amazing skip.
It should radiate at 360 degrees.
What we're talking about, Susan, is
Yeah.
skipping our radio signal off the atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and I've even talked to people in New Guinea.
Oh, wow.
Not kidding. I mean, all over the world. You hear all kinds of languages coming in and everything when the
I'm not-
conditions are right.
And you don't understand those languages, right?
A few.
Oh, you do? How many languages do you know?
German, Turkish, Spanish, some Italian.
Oh, wow. Say something in
all those
Italian.
are Turkish.
What's that?
Say something in Italian.
Que bella bella.
Oh my God, you sound like my mom now.
Oh, Italian is the most romantic language.
No, and Spanish. I like Spanish also. I took
And
Spanish.
Not as romantic as Italian.
I understand French, but I actually fairly well, but I can't speak it because every time I do, the bastards try to correct me.
I know how to say something.
I never
Yeah,
pronounce
I got the same problem.
What
I know
about-
some Italian.
I'm
I
sorry.
know some German,
Yeah.
Spanish, and Navajo.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français?
Oui, oui.
Speak French.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
When I go somewhere, I tend to learn the basics. That's it.
Mhm.
Did I say Turkish? I also speak some Turkish.
Oh, cool.
Yep, you did.
I used to speak it better, but there's
Wait.
nobody to talk with. So
There's still a Turkish language. It's not turned to Arabic.
Turkish is not Arabic, no.
Oh.
At one
Most
time, they wrote in Sanskrit, and they changed to a more Europeanized alphabet and everything.
Most Muslim countries have switched over to Arabic.
Really?
Oh. The Turks never did, and actually, the Uzbekis are Turkic, and so are the Mongolians. In fact, Mongolian strongly influenced the Turks in a mighty way.
There's a Muslim fighting group that's very they're very fierce. They're in northern Afghanistan. Can't think of the name of them right now, but they're Jewish.
Oh, wow.
They claim to be Muslim, but all their traditions are Jewish.
But Muslim and Jewish people are kind of like similar, in their
They are.
ways.
They're Abrahamic cultures.
Yep. Well, we all are distant, farther away, but they're the closest.
Yeah.
I'm not a Filipino.
You're not. Who's Filipino?
No, I said a Filistino.
Oh, I heard Filipino.
Well, my first husband was Filipino, but actually he was Filipino and Irish, and he
There
looked
are no
Irish.
Philistines.
I mean, he had the light hair and light eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was really tall and thin.
The
Basketball player.
Philistines are gone.
Well, we don't know. I mean, they could have got absorbed into other cultures and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But as a
One of
nation,
God's commands was to eliminate the Philistines.
they don't exist. No.
Mm.
This is
What are you
eggnog.
drinking? Oh, eggnog? Did you make it?
No, it's Evan Williams.
Oh, I make my own.
Oh wait,
I,
got it
I
done.
make it fresh. Uh-huh. It's actually better to look up the recipe. You could bake it. It's
So
not that hard.
what is the best
Oh, I
liquid
like.
to put in eggnog? Rum?
But I don't use liquor, but yeah, they use rum, I believe.
Yeah.
You can put rum extract, I guess.
Nuts!
You don't
I
want
just lost my light.
to, use
I
alcohol.
gotta switch batteries, guys.
My my Puerto Rican friends were big
Mhm.
time. They loved eggnog with rum in it.
Oh, cool. I grew up with eggnog. I mean, every holiday in the morning for breakfast, we always have eggnog.
Boiled custard,
Yeah.
basically.
Change batteries.
Wait, what'd you say, Wes? I couldn't hear him.
Boiled custard. It's basically just boiled custard.
Oh, yeah. I learned how to make marshmallows. I made
I
marshmallows
lost my
yesterday.
power there for a second.
Have you ever tried a hot buttered rum? Or you don't drink, do you?
No, I don't drink. I mean, the only thing I drink is wine, red
Okay.
wine. But I haven't drank in a long time. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, hot buttered rum and buttered scotch also.
Oh,
Hot buttered scotch, they're holiday drinks.
yeah. Sounds
I take
good.
the Evan Williams eggnog
Yeah.
and I fortify it with. Here. There we go. You see it? Ezra Brooks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whiskey. Cool. Is that
Rye.
pretty strong? Like how many proof is that?
Oh, the rye whiskey is 90.
Wow. I know, like wild turkey, isn't that 100 proof? Wild
Yeah.
turkey.
And
I think
the
so.
Evan
Wild
Williams
turkey
eggnog is
wasn't
only 30.
Oh,
It's over 100 proof.
oh,
Wild
it is
turkey.
over. Oh, that's what my brother used to drink.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most proof that I've seen actually is wild turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something interesting recently on Jehu Powerwalls or something like that on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had made a electric bike
Wow.
using power tool batteries.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
Hey,
My own.
genius.
What about wheelchair
about doing-
batteries?
I thought about doing that for a solar generator. Man, on a bike? That's
What
awesome.
about getting old batteries out of electric wheelchairs?
That's a great idea. But
I mean,
you're gonna
I've
go,
seen people that can charge a wheelchair and run that thing all day nonstop.
the best I've seen is using old medical packs because from those carts that they run around the hospital where they have all their diagnostic stuff.
Yeah.
Those are usually plugged in, so the batteries that are on them are only for power outages, so they never get cycled. But they do have a lifespan, and they're not really dead. It's just that they replace it in that lifespan, just so they have good batteries all the time. You can understand that. So I buy those batteries, and I make new batteries. Sometimes you can get those battery packs are 36 volt, 24 volt. Rarely they're 12 volt, but it's a great idea.
I'm wondering what kind of batteries they use in electric wheelchairs. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's probably a 36 volt to 70. Most likely lithium ion.
They seem to be really durable.
Well, that would be lithium ion. The lithium iron phosphates are great for long term, but they're not very power dense compared to the lithium ion.
Right.
Like when I charge my phone off of the lithium iron phosphate, battery goes dead faster than it does with lithium ion.
Oh, Hunko says that she'll be back later, maybe. I'm sorry, Hunko. I saw you wrote things. I'm sorry, but I
Sorry, I
couldn't
wasn't paying
interrupt.
attention to chat. Anybody say
Yeah.
anything to me?
I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention.
I don't have my glasses either.
She's gonna leave us.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the chat.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh.
No, it's a blur.
I'm
I don't
so
have
broke I can't even pay attention.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, by getting this phone just drained my account. Yeah.
I still got to go to the store. I got to pick up some
I'm
bread.
broke. I got change. I got a lot of change. That's about it.
I hope you get to sell some puppies.
Yeah, I know. Me
Yeah, how
too.
the puppies doing?
Puppies are doing great. Yeah.
How big are they now?
Uh,
How big are they?
hold on a second. They're about that big.
Oh wow.
Are they heavy?
Yeah, they're getting bigger by the day. Yeah,
Wow.
they are.
It's amazing how quickly they grow.
I know, right?
You need to
Yeah.
find them home quick, if they're going to cost you a lot of money.
I know.
Well, right. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the idea.
As long as the parents are bringing home food.
Right. Well, you know, that only
No,
comes so far.
they'll
Right.
form their own pack, probably, and go hunt and be scouring the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell Ranger, hey,
I mean,
put Ranger out
I-
in the morning. Say, hey,
Mhm.
go get some venison.
what about trying to get them into a pet store? Maybe they'll cut you. You don't want to do something like that, so at least cost you less money on food.
I
No.
don't know if that
I
works.
don't know of any pet stores
Oh, they
anymore.
don't- oh, okay.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know that there are any pet stores out anymore like that.
Oh.
I don't know if
I
that
mean-
works with dogs. You can do it with fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
fish, birds,
Birds too. I guess that makes
cats, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, but
it's difficult to get the birds. So yeah,
Yeah.
the dogs.
Yeah,
Are not
every
that
time I
hard to
go,
get.
I find a place to put the ads up online about the puppies. It gets taken down by some fucking activist.
Wow.
You know, flag for removal. You can't do that here.
Damn
Really?
good dude.
What about Craigslist? You can't
Craigslist
put-
is one of them. They keep taking down my ads. They're
Wow.
up for maybe an hour, and then some activist flags the ad and that's removed.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
How the hell can they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they're
they do.
I swear it's 1984.
Cocksuckers.
I know.
Yeah.
We can't let this happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
Well, you
Yeah.
just gotta not comply to anything. That's all you have to do. Don't
I just
go
keep
along-
posting it back up, and it's down in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So far, I've had the will to not comply. I hope I
Good.
continue.
You do. You just need courage. Don't listen to anybody and do what you always did.
And I have pressure from my wife to go get that stupid jab.
Uh-oh. Tell her you're feeling fine. You don't need a jab.
She
No, you
had
got natural immunity. It's better
Natural
than the jab.
immunity, right? Exactly.
You got natural
was-
immunity. You can't.
my wife was peer pressured into taking it.
Just lie to everybody and tell them you got it. If that helps.
I tell them it's none of your business.
That's right. It isn't. It's against the what is that? Can't think of the name.
Now, we got some good news at work today. Not today. Yesterday,
Oh, the HIPAA law. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the hippie law.
they had a meeting, and they said everybody that's worried about having this mandate vaccine, we're not under that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, lost volume on him.
I lost.
Whoop, battery must
Wow.
have been dead. Battery needs to get some better batteries.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I heard that it doesn't even the vax doesn't do anything. You know, you can transmit it, you could get or whatever the supposed COVID. It doesn't do anything for your health. So I don't know why anybody needs to get it. Now, go ahead.
Army, anybody getting it, want to keep their job or
I know, but what
peer
about
pressure.
freedom? What about freedom for generations to come? We have to stand up for them too.
I
What are
got
they
a
gonna say
question.
about us?
I got a question.
Yeah.
So how long has the human race been on the planet?
Well, since the beginning of time. Since
So
God made
what-
Adam.
maybe 8,000 years,
Yeah,
maybe 10,000 years, 12,000 years. I don't know.
something like that.
But so how have we survived as a species
Exactly.
all this time
Exactly.
up until the 1950s when they started
Hmm.
putting the vaxes on people?
Right. We didn't need big pharma, and we still don't need big pharma. But they pushing themselves in our life, thinking we need them. Because if we just ate healthy, not pay attention to mainstream news, reduce our stress as much as possible, because stress is a killer.
Yeah,
And promoting the fear and everything onto
Thank-
people, that's what hurt people.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Stress. I have said that for years. There's people that criticize other people, love to criticize. Everybody loves to be a critic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the same people that are telling you they don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't do this, and they don't chew, and they
Yeah.
don't chew tobacco, and they don't do this and that. Yeah, but you eat ice cream and you got porn on your computer. You know, I mean, and these
Everybody
are
has stress, right?
this is I grew up with that a lot here in Utah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of finger wagging and people telling you, you do this, don't do that, and everything else, and
Hmm.
they're doing exactly what they're saying.
Right.
So so I just I, you made such a good point.
Hmm. But the thing is, like, our ancestors never needed medication, never needed vaccination. How they lived that we were produced, okay? Uh, it shows that we don't need big pharma, and people have to look back to see that all this that they're doing is just to make money. It's just to make, they want to get rich. It has nothing to do with us or our health, you know?
Yeah,
right.
and like couples putting off having kids and saying, I don't want to bring kids into this world. Guess what? All this stuff has been going on since the beginning of time.
Yes.
Way worse at times. But the
Hmm.
human race went on. The
Right,
human race went on. People still continue to have kids,
right.
you know, and and being scared of all these things, death is there's times when whole civilizations, whole continents were just about completely wiped out,
Hmm.
by wars or catastrophes,
Right,
calamities, who knows.
right. We can't be in fear in our life. We just got to
We
go
can't.
on and right
Can't.
and live.
Yep, move on. Don't
Move
say,
on. Right.
I'm gonna wait until I have a house and I have this $25,000 a week job and stuff
Mhm.
before I bring any kids in this world. That's retarded.
Mhm.
That's silly talk. If
Yeah.
everybody said that, there'd be nobody being born.
Right.
Right.
Well, the thing I am concerned about is kids. Okay, the kids are. I feel so sorry for the kids. I really do. That they're putting them in masks. Now they're pushing the vaccine on them. Okay, and they're the innocent ones out of everybody. And if we don't stand up for our rights, what's going to happen to them? That's why I would never put a mask on. I don't care what the store says. I tell them no, I'm not wearing it. And I would never get the vax because I'm standing up for the kids. And even if I had a job, I'd rather quit my job and find a job where they like go to Florida or something where they don't require any mandates. That's what I would do. But
Or
that's
Texas,
everybody's different. But
Right.
Texas, Missouri. I mean, there's a whole lot of states that don't
right,
that
you
are
got to
not
move.
playing along
Right,
with.
right.
Idaho's not.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at the Bible, Jesus had to move many times to get away from certain things. So if you have to move, you have to move, and you have to just like do what you got to do to keep your freedom, because freedom is number one. If you
Yeah,
give up your freedom, you become the slave of the government, and that's it.
and
Right.
that's another thing that's hurting human beings right now is most of them like to be indoors all the time. They don't
Right.
want to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
They have no outside type
Oh
jobs.
yeah.
They're all indoors, and
Right.
so they don't get any vitamin D.
Right. And they're gonna get
They,
sick.
they don't get any fresh air,
Right.
and they don't get exposed to the elements anymore.
Right.
So that's not helping them
Healthy.
health
That's
wise.
not healthy. You have to be
Yeah.
exposed to viruses and bacteria. That's what boosts up your immune system. Not
Yep.
to be sanitized and this and that. That's actually making them worse. They don't even realize it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I rather play in dirt, actually. No, I'm just kidding. But
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like to reach my hand down in the dirt.
me too. And actually, grounding is very healthy for you because of the Wi-Fi. So to be on grass or dirt is very, very healthy.
Yep. Like,
Where do you think we come from? I mean, when we
right.
die, we're ashes. Where do we come from?
Yeah.
The dust.
Yes.
So I remember, I don't know if you're one of these people, but my grandmother used to have a picnic basket. Do you have a picnic basket?
No, but I would love to have one, but no.
I
I
have a picnic.
remember that was a big thing. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't have to spend a lot of money or anything. It was actually an event. You go out somewhere, have a picnic basket, and my grandmother had her picnic wear.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even see that at Walmart anymore. Nowhere.
Yeah.
Where did the picnic wear go?
Yeah, I know. They don't want anybody outdoors having a good time. Maybe, I don't know. But I do go to the park and I do like to I did sit on grass before, I took a blanket and sat and took the sun or whatever. I do things like that. I just, I haven't done the picnic yet. I actually, and when I was a pre-K teacher, I made the kids make a picnic inside a classroom.
I can still find picnic wear.
Yeah. You could find it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Where?
Fred Meyer, Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. Of course, Walmart has everything.
I haven't seen any at Walmart.
I prefer to get it at like places like Goodwill or Red, White, and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not talking about those junky lunch boxes and stuff.
No, me either.
I mean, the actual picnic basket.
Mm-hmm.
We have two.
And not plastic cups. The metal cups.
Plastic.
Mm-hmm.
The metal cups. The good metal cups.
Yeah.
Ours are plastic.
Yeah. No, the good metal cups.
Yeah.
I'm okay with plastic.
I try to stay away from plastic, to tell you the truth. We got too much plastic in our world, I like natural things like
I'm okay with it.
glass, metal,
Yeah.
wood.
If they would just make plastic with soybeans, everything would be better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you can get those plastic disposable cups and put them in your picnic basket if you so choose.
No.
Well, thank you, Bill.
Ours are not disposable.
I'm talking about the non-disposable, good quality metal cup. Those that tasted ice cold when you poured your lemonade or whatever in it.
Right. It kept it cold.
Yeah, it amplified cold, and it just so.
Okay.
grandma stuff. I'm talking about grandma stuff. Geez, you're talking about Walmart. Fuck that. I'm talking about
No, not Walmart.
Mhm.
This is higher quality than Walmart.
yeah. And then they had that. It was like Bakelite plates. They
Mhm.
were unbreakable Bakelite plates. They looked like china, but they weren't.
Oh, nice.
Stuff that my grandmother had. It was like vintage picnic wear. You know.
Yeah. My
Corral's good.
parents had a lot of vintage stuff. I do it. I should never. I should have kept it, but my parents had a lot of like antique stuff, antique furniture, and all that. It was really nice, but I couldn't use it.
And how about centerpieces? Do you
Mhm.
have like a stash, a closet where you've got all your centerpieces for different seasons and everything for entertaining guests?
Yep.
Not really centerpiece, but I have decorations.
Well, all I'm
All
saying
that
is
cheap stuff.
a lot of people, maybe about a year old enough to remember it, but a lot of people
Mhm.
aren't. They just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
That's smart. And they think they're more intelligent. Hey, it's a very good idea to keep that stuff on hand. Then look at all the stuff we got here. We got too much stuff.
I can't even find good cigars anymore.
Last time I found good cigars, I was down in Chile. I found Cuban cigars.
Well, that's because you were in Chile.
I brought them back too.
But here where I live, there are no good cigars. None.
Cuban cigars are the best, right? I guess.
Yes,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
if you can't get the Cubans, I have a preference for the Honduran cigars. They're pretty good.
Oh, okay.
They were illegal when I got
Wow.
them. My wife smuggled them in. She figured she's got a Chilean passport. She can do it.
Now
Mhm.
I could get black market cigars when I was in Florida from Cuba.
It's probably a lot easier there.
Oh, Miami, there are Cubans live there. Okay, they
Yeah.
can get you Cuban cigars. You
When I
just
got
have
the
to, you have
when
to
I
know
got
the
the
right people.
I don't want to walk on you.
You what?
I don't want to walk on you.
No, go ahead. You're not.
When I was down in Chile, that's where I got the cigars, the Cuban cigars. They had them on an outdoor market, totally legal.
Yeah, everything is legal every place else except for the United States.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
I don't understand why we had this embargo. Cuba.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
I don't care. You know, if you have an embargo on them, that just hurts the people. If you give them a taste of freedom,
Right.
I think it changes their mindset a lot faster.
Yeah. Well, I see. Look, my dad was in World War II. So was my uncles, and I feel like wherever
You don't sound that
the
old.
government, what I was gonna
You
say,
don't sound
wherever the
that old.
government,
Your dad was in
me?
World War II?
Yeah, of course. My dad was born in 1913. Anyway,
What?
and my uncles too.
Oh, my
So
God.
they fought for. To me, they fought for freedom, no matter what actually happened, because we know things are not always what they say it is, but they believe they fought for freedom. So, being from a veterans family, I feel like I have to stick up for freedom also. And that's why I'm so stern on not doing anything that's against anyone's freedom, you know?
Yeah. Well, we fought Nazis.
Right.
We fought fascism at that time under
Right.
the
And
U.S.
it's going
flag,
on now. That's what's going on now. Do you realize
and
that?
now
Yeah.
they're showing the U.S. flag is fascist.
Right. It's continuing. It hasn't stopped this World War II.
It's an insane world we live in.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you, Susan.
Hmm.
Were you a Dean Martin fan?
My mom was.
Okay.
My mom was in love with him.
All right.
I am. I love
Yeah,
the
he.
class.
No, I like him though. I like actually my favorite was Jerry Lewis. I love Jerry Lewis's sense of humor. You know, I always like the people
Yeah,
that
it's
had
funny.
sense of humor. Were really funny.
I prefer Bob Hope.
I like Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh yeah.
I like Bob Hope.
Bob Hope was okay, I guess. Yeah.
But as actors go, my
Hmm.
favorite by far, Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart was really good. What about the movie It's a Wonderful Life? Right, he was in that.
Awesome. And they
Yeah.
want to portray that as a sexist film.
Oh my God, that was like
Real,
the best film ever. One of
So
the best film ever.
here's
real.
here's here's an Italian song. You remember this song?
Hmm.
When the moon hits your
Your
eyes.
eyes like a
Like a
big
big
piece.
pizza pie. That's amore.
You know when they
Hell
made
yeah.
that movie, the movie Moonstruck, Cher, Cher was in it. I saw her making it. I was like only a block away.
Moonstruck?
Yeah.
Or wasn't Barbara Streisand?
No, it's Cher. I don't even like Cher. She's
Oh,
a
okay.
liberal.
I'm gonna
Hey, you
I'm
know,
gonna jump in real quick on the embargo of Cuba. We used to actually embargo all communist nations, all communist areas, and actually we did with China too for the longest time. The give them a taste of freedom thing. That's actually what they tried to do with China and bringing them into the the World Trade Organization and let them. They
probably
tried to give
brought
them a
about
taste of democracy,
Mm-hmm.
and
that probably brought about Tiananmen Square.
they
How do
hoped that would influence the people to want more of a pro democracy, pro capitalist
I think it
society.
did.
But it
Yeah.
actually turned out to where the government just took all that money and everything. So actually, in my opinion, there's good reason why we embargo communist nations and
so
dictatorships and stuff.
let me ask you a
You
question.
do remember Tiananmen Square happened about,
Yeah.
a little about after that.
Well, no. Tiananmen Square was the late 80s. It was actually Clinton that really brought China into the world trade.
No,
Okay, that fits.
what Clinton
And
did,
Democrats love China.
Clinton did a debt consolidation loan and put all the debt on China. China
Oh, that's
loaned us money.
bullshit.
Clinton did this. That's not
I
bullshit.
guess I didn't know that part. I know that he
No,
brought
no.
him.
What
He
he
brought him
did is
into the.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, he brought him into the world trade. They wanted to give him a taste of capitalism and really hoped because it was under Clinton that they
You're
brought him
right.
into the world trade.
It actually amazes me that you know this. I'm really surprised. Did you know this from back then, or did you learn this later on?
Later on.
Me or
You sing.
this actually back then I was in high school, but it was one of my first. It was right after I got out of high school. It was one of my first things that I voted on, and I voted for Clinton the first time. Unfortunately, the second time I did not because my parents talked to me about politics and a lot of it and everything. So I did not vote for him. They explained that even though he said he was doing something, they showed me what he was actually doing. So that's when I learned actually the second election. So not right when he was doing it, but at that time because my parents
He was
kept
impeached.
me in the know.
Clinton was impeached. He was a
Right.
My
president.
parents and
We're getting,
my parents,
but not removed.
my
No,
parents
he
and my
was
siblings
president.
voted for Clinton. First time.
Yeah, I did the first time. I did not the second time. I was one of those that I at the time I would always say, well, he's bringing the national debt down. Little did I know at the time, because I wasn't that aware, I was 18 years old, 19 years old. At the time, I didn't realize that he was still using Reaganomics. He still kept that going. That's what was bringing the debt down. And then
He
when
won the Glass-Steagall Act with Henry Kissinger standing over his shoulder, giggling while he signed that, and that's what brought everything down. And we owed a debt to Holland, to several other countries. We were in debt to. We had so many debts to different countries all around the world that what he did was he got China to carry our debt. So now China basically owns us. And I said this back then, and now we're seeing it. We're seeing the results of what I've been saying ever since Clinton was president.
Okay.
That's what happened. He
I
did a
see
debt consolidation loan with China, and they said, "Oh, he balanced the budget." He didn't balance shit.
Yep, I
Mhm.
see what you mean now. I thought when you said debt consolidation, you meant that the opposite. Yeah, China, we're in debt to China,
I'm doing debt
and it
consolidation
shouldn't be.
myself.
He
It
shifted our
shouldn't be.
debt. He shifted our debt to China.
I don't do
Yeah.
that.
And that's actually he needed that Pacific trade agreement stuff to be able to do that.
NAFTA?
That's why they pushed it so hard.
And
But
the
that
Talk about NAFTA.
debt-based system, all actually really started when we got off the gold standard, and the Federal Reserve
I agree.
took over, and they started creating
Right.
all the fiat money. That was when this happened.
Speaking of the
That's
gold standard,
So before we did have capital, we did have equity.
Right.
Private people did have equity. We weren't in debt. Now
Mhm.
everything is a debt-based system. You can't buy a car without debt. You can't buy a house without debt.
Mhm.
And you
Before,
have to
there you
and
go.
you have to literally pay basically bribes, which is interest. You basically have to pay to keep a credit score to be able to buy anything. That's why I
right?
think this credit score system is so messed up, because basically you've got to constantly pay out extra than what you want to keep your credit score up.
If I buy a $400,000 home and I put 200,000 down, I'm still going to have a 30-year loan.
Right.
And
That's
you're going to pay for
You
3
can
houses.
convert that to 15.
Yeah,
what?
I did a 15 on my
After
long ago
1 year,
on my first. This one
Right.
I bought flat out, but
You mean
on my
refinance?
after a year, you can
Like,
convert it to a 15-year.
is
no,
that
I did
refinance? Oh, sorry.
initially.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I
sorry
didn't know
about
you could do that.
Yep, I did initially. That a lot of them will have a 15
Mhm.
and a
I can
15
convert
year.
ours to a 15-year loan and save us a bunch of money.
Oh yeah, a 15 year. They say you'll basically pay for 2 houses. On a 30 year, you'll pay for at least 3 of those houses by the time you get it paid off.
Yeah. So debt is something like, it's okay. You're looking at a $400,000 home, but after you figure all the interest and everything, it's like lighting your money on fire.
Mhm.
It is.
Because you're building equity,
But it's renting.
you're building equity. That's true over renting, but the thing of it is, you're still paying the bank for the favor of loaning you that money. So
Yep, and that's just it. And going back to your Federal Reserve comment, that a lot of this started with that, and a lot of it was to make them money. And the federal in quotations reserve, there's nothing federal about it. It's a private business, but it was to make the banks money, so they could all get rich off of it, and they're allowed to do it. I mean, the amount they charge to loan somebody that money for that period of time is almost criminal.
Mhm.
And
I agree.
if you have
I think the
equity,
taxes are criminal.
I do too. Especially property taxes. Property taxes frustrate me so bad.
Right.
You should
Right.
own it. Sorry,
agree.
battery.
I agree.
if you have equity in your home, you're wasting money.
Mhm.
Invest it. One way to invest it is to buy another piece of property and rent it.
Mhm.
But right now, that used to be the thing. But right now,
Yeah.
they have rent forgiveness, which hurts the home, hurts the landowner.
That's right. Uh-huh.
So they're kind of killing that.
When I first moved here about 5 or 6 years ago, I bought the 2 lots that my current house sits on, and then I bought several other lots because at the time they were going for $5,000 or $6,000. Well, within that 5-6 years, now they're going for $20,000-$25,000. But if I sell them, it counts as an income, and I will get nailed on taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will.
And then the thing that gets me, when you sell a house, right? And if you don't buy something right away, say you know, whatever, you're not thinking of getting something, then they take so much taxes off of what you sell, you know?
Yep.
Which I think is
Yep.
criminal also.
Well,
I
it's
agree.
worse if you buy a new property you haven't sold the last one.
And they nail all of us, yet all these rich people that hold money in the banks, they don't get nailed on it.
Nope.
Nope, they don't.
Sorry, I went in my house and I tripped over my dog and it took me off the
Oh, wow.
button on my phone.
The puppy okay?
Are you okay?
The dog would have
Are
bit
you
him.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay.
Oh, good.
Bill wasn't screaming in pain, so I figured he was all right. But as Susan, I couldn't agree with you more. Tax,
Mhm.
it's one of the things that bites me worse than anything.
Right.
I invited a prepper over here earlier today. I don't know if she came. If she's in the room, Vivian, are you here? Please come on the panel. We would love you on the panel if you're here.
I'm kind of like a prepper. I haven't been like for years, but lately I have been. I've been like doing things that just in case this goes out, just in case that goes out, I'm prepared, you know. You have to think like a camper. That's what prepping is. Just think like being a camper.
And
Vivian has a prepper channel, and I got
cool.
involved in her prepper channel.
That a lot of people, they call it prepping, and Emerald will be able to attest, and Bill will be able to attest to this too. That's a regular way of life for, because like I say, for like to get the Sam's Club and stuff, it's a 3-hour and 45-minute trip for me. So I'm going up tomorrow, so I'll buy all my winter stuff that I'm gonna need up there, and I'll fill up a pickup to, fill up the back of my pickup with whatever, and the cab with whatever I'm gonna need. Sadie, sorry, my dog's talking.
Costco, we have Costco 15 minutes away.
Really?
At Costco, they have a food storage bucket that cost $125 online for $52.
Wow.
Nice.
And what do you get for that? What do you get out of that?
I can't tell you exactly because I didn't memorize it. Sorry.
No, I'm saying like for how many does it say how many days, weeks, months?
Well, at about $1 a meal.
Oh, cool.
And it's usually 100.
Instead of $120, they have it for $52.
Okay.
Which is a pretty decent deal. I don't know how good their food is.
Yeah, I don't like Costco because I know they're with the government and everything, But the thing is, they do have good deals. Like with clothes, I saw a thing that they had. If you buy 10 items, let's say you buy 10 items for $100, there was a thing that they were giving you $60 off. So that 10 item you're getting is only for $40. I'm just saying for clothes, it looked like a good deal.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, look online. Look at Costco.com.
Although, if you go to the local grocery store for toilet paper, slim pickings. My wife buys it off of Costco online. Man, no problem.
You know what I got just in case that goes out or it's obsolete? I got a bidet. Bidet, I think is how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one of those just in case.
We don't bother shopping the stores for paper towels or toilet paper. We just buy it online. And we have 6 months worth.
Cool.
Hey, Washburn Billy, Jason Pearl, John Smith, welcome in.
Yeah, guys, welcome. I'm not paying attention to chat because I can't see it.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay attention. Hi, if anybody said hi to me, I'm sorry.
You're right.
So if somebody sees a comment towards me, please tell me because I can't see the chat.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, Huckle says she wants one. They're great, Huckle. You should get it.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Right.
Huckleberry.
Tracy.
Nice.
Calling Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy. Can you hear me?
Call Adam 12.
Oh, Adam Troll, I remember that.
Car 44, where are
I
you?
remember that too.
I even remember that show. Jeez.
I
Of
used
course,
to
it was
love
in
all those
reruns.
old shows. Now the shows, I don't even watch TV anymore. They nothing good on anyway.
A lot of those black and white shows, I remember them in reruns.
Yeah, yeah.
All the current shows are in color.
I mean, I love like,
Huckleberry.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was going to
Go ahead.
answer Huckleberry real
Go
quick.
ahead.
She said she wants a bidet. I
Yeah.
told everybody if toilet paper does what it did before, if it does it again, I'm putting a bidet in.
I have one and I put it in myself. It's not that hard. I
Nice.
got one for $30 from Home Depot.
How comfortable is a
Nice.
bidet?
They're actually
They don't.
they're actually not. Yeah, they're not bad. It's
Mhm.
warm water. It's not like it's ice cold water. It's actually most of them are warm water,
Mhm.
and
My concern,
it's more hygienic actually.
Yes, it is. It cleans
All right,
you way,
but
way
my
better.
concern is getting off the toilet seat with a wet bottom.
You have to use a towel.
Air dry.
Yeah, it's
Air
basically you just use a hand towel and it's clean. You know, your butt is clean. It's a weird
That's
thing
true,
to talk
that's true.
about, but no, bidet. But
I've always
bidets are
wondered.
actually, to be honest, they're about the way to go
Yeah.
because it's more hygienic, way healthier.
Mm-hmm. And you know, your people, they will have them in Europe. So.
Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Wow.
look at us for using toilet paper. They look at us like you.
If I'm going to sit down on the toilet and have to do that, maybe I'll have a shower right after that.
So,
This is going to sound really weird, and Susan will know what I mean because she's used one and everything. But
Mhm.
it's almost refreshing. You honestly even feel cleaner
That's
after you go to the
true.
bathroom.
It feels
Aaron
like
said
a
he's going to
shower.
use vodka in his bidet.
Hey, I'll tell you, Don Bear, even if you've seen his, self, he's the cleanest motherfucker on the planet.
Cool.
Now,
It is, Aaron.
Don Bear, when he shits, he takes a shower. Serious, dude. No, he does. Yeah.
No need for paper.
Don Bear is very clean individual. I'm just saying, and there ain't
Tell you
nothing
what.
wrong with that, but I ain't that clean.
Tell you what, if
Come
you have to
on.
take it, if you have
Come
to take it
on.
down, take a shower
Cheers,
after. You
everybody.
don't need to use paper.
And it's a level of clean that until you use a bidet, it's a level of clean that you just won't get. And it
Hey,
sounds like the craziest
Well,
combo, but
everybody has their own thing going on.
my
Oh,
bidet is
over
the
there.
shower.
Oh my gosh, it's
I
funny.
use the toilet and then I take a shower.
No, it's like how clean is clean, and do you want to be so clean? Because you won't
wanna
build
be
up
clean.
antibodies
Why not?
against nasty shit.
well,
Now,
that's
considering
why
Aaron's situation,
you're not going to
that-
build up
that is a
antibodies
good
for having
question.
shit smeared all over your ass.
No, I don't smell like shit. Exactly.
Aaron,
I mean,
Oh my god.
Aaron.
I go up to town almost every day, and no, I make sure I'm not
Aaron,
reeking or anything. You know, I ain't got
Right.
no smell, and
Good
that's
to
the
see,
thing.
Aaron.
That's why I don't start fires. I don't want to smell like a fire either.
Mm.
Aaron, that is a good question. The way you live, it's a good question about cleanliness. You know,
Cleanliness.
hygiene.
Hygiene is right.
How do you
And-
take care of the problem?
Well,
Do we want
I
to
have
know?
an acre, so
I do.
I could shit like for 3
No, I'm not
months over
talking-
at that tree.
Aaron. I'm not talking about the action of what you're doing. I'm talking about the cleanup.
Oh, he's got a river right there. That river, he probably gets cleaner off that
Decomposition,
river than
dude.
we do.
Gosh, I don't want to live downstream.
Well, I'm not pooping in the creek. I'm
Even the cleanup, man. I don't want to live downstream.
but I'm
Okay.
not. There's nothing dangerous I'm doing here, dude. I'm not
If it were
polluting
me,
anything,
if it were me, I'd go get a.
tonight, didn't we?
dude. It's a latrine.
Yeah, but
If it were me, I'd go get a bucket or two of water.
It would
and-
take 1,000 years for my shit to hit the creek.
get the
Okay.
wipes. Wipes are good. But anyway,
1,000 years, easy. I don't go poop in the creek or anything. I love the creek.
No, no.
I'll drink out of the creek.
Not
I ain't
even
gonna go
cleanup.
shit in the creek that I fucking
No.
drink out of.
I'm not talking about shitting in the creek. I'm talking about the cleanup.
bathing.
Clean up.
Yeah, after you take a shit.
Instead of wiping, he wants to
Dude,
know
you
if you use
bury it, and then it becomes dirt.
Oh, okay.
well,
Like
how
a
do you,
farmer
How do you bury it? You
takes
wipe,
his
you
cow
wipe your ass
poop.
with dirt?
And puts it out on his
It's
crop so he
fertilizer.
grows better corn.
It's
just-
fertilizer.
Yeah, but
Right?
do you
But
wipe
I
your
ain't
ass
growing
with
no
the dirt?
vegetables over my fucking excrement. We ain't have none
Okay,
of
but
that.
the way
I'm
Well, you
not
wouldn't be able to do it
asking-
immediately anyway.
Mhm.
I'm not
The way
asking
I-
about the excrement. I'm asking
I
about
just
the
wanna say-
cleanup.
But the way Aaron is living is the way our ancestors lived. Think about it. Years
Aaron,
ago,
we might
right?
have to
We
live
live
like
I
you.
agree.
How they do it.
Aaron,
You might have to
Aaron,
live like me, dude.
And they
Yes,
weren't.
we might have to
I'm
live
just,
like you.
all
so
right.
I'm concerned about the cleanup.
Oh, no.
Clean up.
He uses toilet paper battery.
Okay,
He-
that works.
He's Aaron. He's too embarrassed to ask how you wipe your ass. But he's asking that.
All right. How I
Hey.
wipe my ass
I like
is
Oh, yeah.
I
Don't give a
have
demonstration, though.
toilet paper, but it ain't toilet paper. It's paper towels.
Okay.
That'll work.
I
So
fold
they-
them. I fold the paper towel into quarters.
Oh, okay.
I take a wipe.
Yep.
I see what I get. And I might fold it in half, or I might chalk it.
Oh,
Hey.
Marty.
You guys asked. You should get.
Huckleberry.
And then I might chalk it, or I might use that
Oh
one
man,
again.
I had to ask.
Because I folded it, and then I grab another
Okay, I
one.
want to have this vision in my head before I go to sleep.
This
Always
started.
What 101?
This
Always
started
check
out
for
as a
worms.
TMI conversation and is ending up
What
way
101?
beyond TMI.
Hey, you guys asked me, and then you know, I don't.
And there's
understand.
more.
No, there is
Just
more.
don't
How does a
don't lean
blind
against the
person
trees.
know?
Hey, it's an uncomfortable question, but it's something we need to ask.
How does a
battery.
blind,
Wait, there's more.
person tell?
Is this information going to do anything good for your life, though? Really? I mean, I don't know.
You know, the
The
shit may
bidet
hit
part
the
will.
fan
I
soon.
think that'll help people.
This is a good question.
I think anybody that gets a bidet in their house, I think they will understand. It's just a whole new level of feeling cleaner when you're done.
I will.
It's like giving your
clean
butt
up
a
with wipe.
shower.
Exactly. And it's not like you're getting, a lot of people are like, so you get water shot up your ass. It's like, no, it's not like an enema. It's not like this super
Oh, it's
screen
not like
coming
an
out.
enema.
It's not a,
It's-
it's not a turbo bidet.
Exactly. You don't want to soup it up or you might end up with
I got that
problems.
power.
Put it on turbocharge and vibrate.
You wouldn't want Tim the Toolman Taylor to build it for you because
That's what I was thinking.
Blow you off the freaking toilet.
Yeah, steroids.
Mhm.
Oh,
V8 powered bidet.
I like. It's a new window here. I got a new window. We got
cool.
we got to get that belly pan on there.
Now,
And
What
Aaron,
about the door? Did you put the door yet?
no, that's after the insulation.
Oh,
Or the
well, you gotta
wall.
do before
But
winter
we're
comes.
getting there. We're getting there.
Aaron,
It's
the
fucking
reason
muddy as fuck out there.
the reason I ask you these questions, Aaron, is because you are there. You're already experienced in this stuff, and the shit may hit the fan soon.
Oh, yeah,
And you're the
that's
person
true.
to talk to.
That's right. We
Right.
all might be in the
Yeah,
same
I've
boat.
been through like shit, like getting wet and surviving that, or you gotta
Aaron is our
you gotta
expert.
have dry clothes, man,
I know
and a
I
place to
know
go.
I know most of us have, but has everybody here been camping, like roughing it camping? Like
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
I did it
I
with my
love it.
husband. Yeah.
that's basically what Aaron's doing, just
Yep.
but he does it constantly. So it's the same way
Mhm.
if you're
And I
camping,
run
it
into
just continues.
problems, and I got solutions for that.
I
kind
can't
of
stand
problem.
more than 5 days without a shower, though.
Yep.
Oh,
Put
yeah,
it
I
over
know
your
in
bidet,
camping,
Scully.
I'm telling you, I gotta bathe up with like wet wipes, or you gotta maintain. You can't be stinky.
Aaron, do you have an outdoor shower or something like that?
No, but
Huckleberry.
next year I'm gonna do a hot tub, dude.
Sweet.
You can actually buy this thing that you can fill up with water and you put out in the sun to warm it up, and you
Yeah,
can shower with
solar
it. I
shower.
have it.
Shower, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just got.
Yeah,
It
solar
only holds
shower.
5 gallons.
All right,
Uh-huh.
you
Oh, nice,
guys.
huh?
You get a sponge and 2 big pots of water.
One with the soap and one you
One with
rinse.
soap,
Yeah.
one with rinse. You
I
got it.
know what he's going at.
That's
Sponge
the way
bath.
it's done.
And when you're done, you wash your clothes.
That's true.
It is.
Good idea.
No, Emerald's got it right. You got it, and then with that water, you wash.
That's only gray water.
Got soapy.
Reuse it, right?
Maybe put some
Shower.
more soap in there.
Mhm.
Shower water is gray water.
Gray water.
You all know Cheyenne, right?
I don't know, Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, Wyoming,
No,
or a person or a place?
person.
Oh, I got you. I know a Cheyenne.
She designed a
thing.
she designed a house that was completely off grid, including
Cool.
the plumbing.
Nice. I like that.
They used the gray water from the shower for the toilet,
Mm-hmm.
and the toilet
Oh.
drained out to a drain field where plants were growing beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Past that drain field, they would recycle the drinking water.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep. Everything from the sinks and stuff like that go into the toilet, and then, but it's actually filtered even before that. They
Yeah.
filter it before
Well-
it goes into the toilet.
Gray water is not hazardous.
No.
It's
Some-
basically water you use to wash your dishes or wash your body.
Right. And some places actually have dual septics. One for gray water that they actually pump out and water like trees and stuff, and then one for the black water and everything that they have sumped out and dealt with otherwise. But gray water, they'll have it and have a sump in it and pump the gray water out to water trees or whatever.
Yeah,
I got
generally the only
some
thing that should
I
go
can
into the
fill up
septic is
bottles.
toilet water.
What's that, Emerald?
I said generally the only thing that goes into the septic is the toilet.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that goes into the drain field for the plants on the home ship home, the earth ship homes. Excuse me. Yeah, you guys should really check out the earth ship homes. They're amazing.
Oh yeah.
Cheyenne designed one for somebody from New York, a family from New York.
Oh,
They're
nice.
all over through Arizona and southern New Mexico and stuff like that.
Well, this was in Wyoming, but yeah, that's true. New Mexico mostly. Taos, New Mexico.
Well, the only time that even the septic water becomes toxic is if the people that are utilizing those toilets are fully chemical wise by pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't use chemicals.
I'm worried about
Nature's got all
people.
the
They
filtration you
buy
need.
bottled water and they put this water in the plastic bottles. And
You-
you ever see the water bottles? They're real
Mhm.
squishy. It's like the
Mhm.
thinnest plastic available. And
That
I hear that. That's the
Aaron.
plastic bottle. Who's doing that?
that was me.
I love it. That's
When-
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, when I
Hey,
worked out.
No, I got water. It's
Yeah.
coming out of the ground. And
Cool.
it
well
rains.
water's the best.
No, and that tastes good. My water tastes good. My
Oh, yeah.
water tastes like
My
rainwater.
parents have
man.
well water.
No, but yeah, if it rains, you gotta wait 4 hours. You can't
Okay.
get the water when it's all full of shit.
Oh,
Now,
Sandy.
We can
wait
take-
4 hours.
I
and
don't know
it's
how
the
far
best
from the creek you
water
live,
ever.
Aaron. Aaron, how far are you from the creek?
The creek is 50 foot down.
I did Zach
Okay.
up.
If you have the proper way to filtrate your wastewater, before it reaches the creek, you can drink it.
Probably. Yeah, I got 50 feet, dude. I got excellent drink.
Rocks
There-
are the key.
I love my place, dude. No one wants to come here. It's
I
difficult
bet
to
it's
get to.
awesome.
I don't care. If you're coming from up top, it's difficult to get to. From the bottom, it's difficult to get to.
Aaron, I bet your place is really awesome.
No, I love it here.
It's a cool area. He's done a couple walk arounds. It's a neat area.
Yeah, it is
It's
nice
neat.
over there.
Nope,
Better than
I
where
got
I'm at.
water.
If you have 50 feet from your water, or the like a water source, you
It's
can clean
15
that
foot
water.
from the center of the
You can
stream.
you can clean the water before it reaches there. And
It's all
perfectly clean.
spring water that's coming. That creek is spring fed, like mine. My spring is feeding this creek. That creek is good water.
Do-
I'll
you
boil it
have
for
to-
coffee out of
Do you
there.
have to filter it at all?
That creek's good water, but I boil
I know,
it out of the creek.
but
Out of the
a lot
spring,
of-
I'll
a
drink
lot
it
of-
right out of spring. I'll stick my
Yeah.
hand in there and like
A lot of
slurp it.
water comes off a cattle land,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be careful of the microbes in the cattle land water.
He's got one of the springs right on his acre there. He's got one of the springs that
Right.
feeds into it right on it.
Having a stream on there is
Yeah.
great.
Sell it.
My spring, I got a beautiful spring. It's beautiful.
Having a stream
I'm
on there
telling
is
you,
great,
people.
but what you have to worry about is
Burn the boat!
Bottle the
what
water
you have
and
to worry
sell it
about is
because
the
you
water.
use water.
Hey,
What the
Pat,
water
you
goes
my
through
harmonica,
to get there.
thingy?
He has the stream, but he also has a spring, like a SPRING, where it's coming
Oh,
right
okay.
out of the ground. Yeah.
So where does that water come from?
It's on the top of the hill.
I was in Moab, Utah, and they had a spring that everybody loaded up their water bottles with.
Yep.
Yeah,
I went out there and I filled up water bottles and I tasted it. It tasted like tap water.
Really?
A lot of the times people are scared of spring water too, with especially the high in minerals, because it does have a different taste to it. But those mineral waters
Right.
are super good for you.
I got mineral
Yeah.
water, man. This
Tap
is the
water
fuck-
has
I
chlorine
got
in
real
it.
deal water.
Tap water's got chlorine, and this tasted like tap water.
Mine don't taste like that water. Ain't got the chlorine taste.
You buy
That's
spring
unusual
water at the
for-
store. Do you know that a spring is described as anything that comes out of the ground?
I got pipe coming out of the ground, man. The fucking water's great. I love it.
Most of the
Spring
most
water.
I've
of the
been drinking
so-called
for a
spring
year.
water you get is
I'm
just
not
filtered.
dead yet.
Hold up, hold up, guys.
Mhm.
The description of spring water is anything that is a pipe that comes into the ground and water comes out.
Right.
So my sink is spring water by that definition. Keep that in mind when you buy water, bottled water. If it says spring water, it might be coming out of the tap.
Well, and they just filter it.
Maybe.
Yeah, most of the bottled water you get is just filtered water.
Well,
And a lot of it
usually
actually
when you buy,
comes from city
Right.
supplies.
It's just filtered water.
Yeah.
I have tested spring water and found tons of metal in it. Or not metal,
Wow.
dissolved solids.
Wow.
Just like
So be
I
aware
was
of
my
figure it.
spot.
A lot of the minerals coming up through are, I mean, you've got iron in it and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, that
and our
comes up with
bodies,
dissolved solids too. It's a good idea to research what kind of dissolved solids are in there.
well, yeah, and our bodies, don't forget, our bodies need an iron content.
Yeah, we need minerals.
Right.
Mhm,
It's like
mhm.
I
But-
drink out of the spring as much as possible.
Mineral water has a distinct taste to it. You
Oh,
can
it
taste.
tastes yummy.
Yeah,
No,
you can taste the minerals.
I like drinking it. I like
A lot
drinking
of-
out of my spring.
See, and I like groundwater. I like mineral water. A lot of people that aren't used to mineral water think it's bitter.
A lot of spring water does not have that taste. It has
Nope.
more of a chlorine taste.
It tastes
think
like
about this.
rainwater battery.
Chlorine does not come out of the ground.
It tastes
No,
like rainwater. If anyone's
If it tastes like
drinking
rainwater, it's good.
That's
Mike,
what my spring tastes like.
Aaron, rainwater is not spring water.
No, but
There-
spring water tastes like rainwater.
Not exactly. Rainwater doesn't have the minerals.
I know, but it's soft like that.
Yeah, it is. soft.
Yeah, but we don't even know. Like rainwater could have a lot of aluminum and other
Really?
stuff in it, right?
yeah.
That's not bad for
Aluminum
you.
sulfate, whatnot.
Well, that's why they say, don't. If you're gonna eat snow, don't eat snow on the first snow. You wait for 2 or 3 snowstorms before you eat the snow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat yellow snow.
I was just gonna
Oh,
say
y'all.
Well, no, because
Y'all-
the first snow gets all the stuff, all the gunk out of the air. You don't want to eat that snow. Like when you make snow, let's say to fill up a canteen cup and cook it on a fire, so you get some hot water to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want the first snow. You want to get it from an older snow.
I've eaten it.
So have I,
Yeah.
but it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I've heard that also, that you need to wait until it snows for a while before you really want to start purifying the water
Okay.
to drink.
Ooh, my
I
battery.
learned that
I like
way back in Boy
ice
Scouts.
chunks,
Yep.
ice chunks compared to snow. To turn
My
snow
battery,
into
100%.
to turn
Hey, Butch, hey, right?
fresh snow into water is a lengthy
My
process.
charger works
I'd
good.
rather use ice chunks.
I was so poor, we would take glasses out in the snow and stick them in the snow and fill them up with snow, and then we'd mix up the Kool-Aid packs
Put on
with
it. Yep.
sugar.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, and we would mix up Kool-Aid packs with
Jimmy
just a little
John's
bit of water
Kool-Aid.
and a lot of sugar, and make the
Yep.
syrup for our snow cones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we've done that.
Anyway, I
Yep.
gotta
Those
go,
make the
guys.
best snow cones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to say a good night. God bless everybody. Peace and love, and see. I hope. I don't know if I'll
Good night,
be around
Susan.
for a while.
Take care, Susan.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Sweet
Have a
dreams,
good
Susan.
night. Thank you.
You have a
Thank you
great
all.
Good night,
night.
Susan.
Sleep well.
You
Susan.
too. You all have a great
And don't
night too.
forget, we are winning.
Thanks for being here.
That's right. We're gonna win
Hurry
this.
back,
We're all
Huckleberry.
gonna
God bless
about
you.
freedom.
Gonna win
That's
soon.
right.
Every day I see
Yeah.
much more winning.
Just stand up for your
Susan
rights,
is
and that's all you
playing her
gotta do.
cards wonderfully.
What happened?
I
I gotta go in and make some food.
Okay, cool.
No,
All right. Bye bye.
Susan
Good
knows
night.
what she's doing.
Dream well, Susan.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh,
Susan knows what she's doing.
I can see very well. Is that locked?
Exactly.
Now it's locked.
No, I like Susan. Good,
Sausage
good
Gravy
chat.
Biscuit Farms.com.
Sausage biscuit.
Oh, fire.
Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farm.
Sausage biscuit gravy.
No, sausage gravy.
Sausage
Biscuit
gravy.
Biscuit
Aaron.
Farm.
Biscuit
Hey, Aaron.
farms.com.
Aaron, slow down on the vodka so you can stay in our conversation before you get full roaring.
All right.
Every time I see her, and I
Hold
want
on.
to get me a boonie hat.
Do that. Calm down. I was just excited about sausage biscuit gravy farm.com.
No, yeah,
Because
I
think-
haven't had to have a very long conversation with you yet.
No, there's sausage biscuit gravy.
Sausage gravy.
And it's
Sausage
code
Gravy
word
Biscuit
for
Farms.
smoke a ball. No, it's code word for smoke a ball. But what
I
it
got-
needs to be
I
is
got
like
on Aaron's channel just before you guys came on.
it just needs to be another thing. It's just a code word. It's like fucking I don't know. It's like spy shit or something.
Okay, just
I
That's
don't think it's that sneaky. I think everybody within a few minutes knows what that is, though.
Right, it's smoke a ball. I get it, but I'm just
I gotta
saying.
go pick up these guys.
All right, I got a
Back
joint.
up.
I got a joint. I got a joint. My joint. I got a joint.
Burn one.
It's
Hey, dear Butch.
Exhibit A. My
Hey,
joint.
but oh shit,
Exhibit
Butch
A.
and Aaron on
Court
at the
of
same
law.
time.
Hey, dear Butch.
Exhibit A.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to try
Fucking
my mic on this thing because we had an
Burn
echo
the
thing.
exhibit. Exhibit A.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to try. Yeah, it's not working.
Burn the exhibit. I got an echo.
Guys, I just wanted to
try.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. See you later.
We heard you fine.
Wow.
It just had a
That was
lot of
fun.
echo.
That was overdriven. That was on overdrive
I'm
there.
smoking some of this fucking shit. What the fuck is this? What am I smoking? Hold on. Gelato. Shit fucks me up.
I was hoping to have a conversation with Butch
It's
too there.
sticky as fuck.
Well, I was hoping to have a conversation.
Oh my god. No, the joint's hitting really good now. I roll it good. Look at that. Very nice. All right, one more hit. I can't. No, and that. No, then I can concentrate. Talk.
Oh, man.
Yeah, put it out. Put it out over
Where did dear
there. All
Butch
right,
go?
I'm stoned. Officially. No doubt. No. That fucking pot, fucking Rexy. Fucking awesome. I love it.
Where did dear Butch go?
Dear Butch. I don't know. I left Dear Butch and came here.
He was here for a second, but he was having a lot of feedback. I was hoping to chat with him for a while.
Oh, he probably had the echo.
I haven't had a chance.
He's got music.
I had the echo before. And it should that'll fuck your day up. It'll fuck your live stream up. We gotta figure out the echo. All right. I've had the echo before. And Dear Butch will learn the echo. Can't have no echo.
Aaron the Hammered.
Aaron the Hammer. Yeah, I'm getting the hammer. It's fun. No, I'm allowed to. Why not? I'm in the middle of the woods. I ain't bothering nobody.
Hey, live life, have fun, man. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Bothering nobody.
Dude,
Hey, live
hold
life,
on.
have fun, man. Enjoy it
Hold
while
on.
you can.
Hold on. Let me chase this.
Yeah. Bothering
Let's see
nobody.
if you fixed it, dear
Live
bud.
life, have fun.
No, you guys don't understand.
And I got to turn this up.
Yeah, because your
Can
mic
you
was
hear me?
kind of over.
Oh, I can't
I'm
hear you.
trying to talk to you. You can't
Turn
hear
this up.
nothing, right?
And I got to turn this up.
Yeah, because your mic
Can you hear
was
me?
kind of over.
Oh, I can't
I'm
hear you.
trying to talk to you. You
Turn
can't hear
this
nothing.
up. And
Yeah, you still gotta mute the tab, the other tab. Are you on your phone again?
my mic was turned off. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, are you on your laptop?
Not getting any sound out of this.
Oh, you're not getting any sound?
Did
Nope,
Aaron
There's
just
muted the
something
wrong
accidentally
weird
put
tab.
going
himself?
on. Oh, my phone doesn't even work.
He muted the wrong tab.
Hey, by the way, Butch.
Yeah, can you hear us now?
See, I have a mic, but I don't have damn volume for some reason.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Well, another failed attempt.
Oh
Let's
shit.
do this. Fail.
All right. I knew he was
I
gonna do
noticed.
that. Go back.
I noticed he had an American flag behind him this time.
Yeah.
That gets frustrating. I remember when I was first trying to come on the first few times, and you get on and you had one or the other but didn't have both, and then you get the feedback, and
Yeah. Yeah, it gets problematic.
yep. And then if you got like a new laptop or a new phone or something, it's all different. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a new phone today. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out for the most part.
nice. It's
Yeah.
not bad here yet, Zach, but it's supposed to get cruddy tomorrow and tomorrow night. That's why I am leaving hopefully pretty early to go to Sam's Club.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Sec Ops.
Hey,
Hey,
Sec
Zach.
Ops is in. What's happening, bro? But yeah, no, we're supposed to have a decent days for today, probably tomorrow and the next day. So here we're supposed to be doing decent. In fact, let me check it out real quick.
Well, I'm not hearing any volcano alerts on La Palma today.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting any rain or cold. Well, it's gonna be cold, but we're not getting rain or anything till maybe Thursday or Friday. But it is supposed to be getting below freezing Tuesday night, Wednesday night, down to 26 on Thursday.
Oh,
Friday.
winter's up.
Sort of catching up.
Yeah, it's going to start getting colder. But yeah, did you guys see the video I made driving down by the river?
I did.
It's really pretty down there. It's really pretty down there. I made a video with the new phone and upload it and everything. So
Nice.
yeah, the
Yeah,
road
it
is
does.
just go ahead.
It did good video wise.
Yeah.
The video and the audio was good in the video.
Yeah. This one here, the phone's doing pretty good. So I mean, my other phone, the mic was getting, or the speaker was getting quiet.
I moved inside.
Losing power on the volume,
Ow!
and with the screen broken up like that, it's just really
Stepping
bad.
on bad.
Welcome back, Huckleberry.
Hey, Huckleberry, welcome back.
I
Huckleberry.
walked into my room and it stepped on batteries.
Come on up, Huckleberry.
Hey, Huckleberry.
But yeah, now once I got away from the river, you seen the trees are mostly green still. There's a few that ain't got no leaves on them, but most of the trees are still green.
Yeah, that's
pretty
kind
close
of
to
weird.
the river and it's still green here.
Ours have dropped all our leaves already, almost.
Most of them here still have their leaves. But most of the leaves have changed colors. You know, orange, yellow, burnt. Some of them got burnt.
Yeah, actually, we had some leaves that just dried out from the sun and dropped while they were still green.
Oh, really?
That-
Yeah, we've had a
that was
bunch
odd.
that go straight brown. Yeah, they just go green to brown and drop off.
Here, they burned on the outside of the leaf, and some of the leaves on the inside are still green. It's been a real weird summer.
Yeah. I will say that. Glad this year is nearly over.
Well,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad for it.
we're right about to November now. November 6th is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The fall lasts until December 21st.
Hey, y'all. November 5th is my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
21st.
Huh?
21st anniversary?
Yep.
Nice. Congratulations.
I never thought I'd make it to 20.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Had to let the puppies out.
I know.
You had to take your bra off.
Yeah. Had to get rid of the panties. Yep.
Yeah, panties off your head and take the bra off your chest.
Yep. Oh, on the head? That's where I was. Oh, never mind. Oh,
Those are eye holes. Right. Those are eye holes.
Sounds like you're describing weird science.
Yeah, I thought the bra was blinders so I could sleep at night.
Yes, that would work. Because I have no problem sleeping at night. It's during the day I can't sleep.
Oh, I had a heck of a time when I worked on the rigs. We'd swap back and forth. You'd do a week on days, a week on nights, a week on days, a week on nights. And if I had to sleep during the day, it was horrible.
The first time I was working graveyard, I had to sleep during the day, basically. And I was living next to some train tracks. Every time the trains came through, they blew their horn.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Woke me up. It took a long time to get used to that. I'd show up for work and I'd just struggling to work. Because I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah. Had to work a few years with on graveyard shifts. The only way that I could deal with it is I wound up putting tinfoil on all my windows.
Oh,
I had to black everything out. I mean, it was really, really hard to sleep in the summertime when it's hot and you got to pull graveyards.
You left them here, Huckleberry, so they're mine now. You left them here.
I had the same problem with light. I had more problem with light than I had sound. I got used to the train really quickly, but it was the light I had a problem with. I had to black
that's
out.
what I'm saying. Yep. But the tinfoil helps a lot. You just tape some tinfoil on your windows.
I bought wool blankets and covered the walls. It worked in the Army.
And try to crank up the AC.
Actually, it worked in the Air Force.
Miriam, are you here lurking somewhere?
I had a window in my training school. It was a corner window, and there was a street light in the parking lot flaring through my window. So I acquired me some wool blankets, and I covered all the windows.
Miriam, if you're lurking, I'm going to tell everybody you left your panties here too if you don't start talking to us.
Okay, we heard it
Oh,
already.
geez.
That's Huckleberry's fault. She brought up the panties.
I already heard it.
Oh, no, she must not be here.
Huckleberry.
Usually if I give her guff, she'll pop in.
Wow, Huckleberry.
If it makes you feel any better, yeah, we're all actually like half a day apart. So this is, of course, all human. Just for the record.
Right.
They're apart. What do you mean?
If we're to, yeah, I'm a good half of, well, good probably 8 to 10 hours away from Huckleberry, and probably about 20 hours of a drive away from Miriam.
I'm on the West Coast.
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, 2 days drive.
Yep. Yeah, where you're at, I'd just have to go north just a little bit too, because I'm on the very northern edge of Colorado.
She's close to Cheyenne.
Actually, I'm east of there. I'm kind of right in that area where Nebraska, Colorado, and Wyoming meet.
Fort Collins is close to it.
Yep. That's west. That's directly west of me.
That's Fort Collins. We either go to the warehouse stores in Fort Collins, or we go to the warehouse stores in Cheyenne. Whichever.
Yep. We go to Cheyenne to get fireworks. No, we don't. I should say Cheyenne has a lot of good fireworks.
Where's Aurora from you?
Yeah, the Cheyenne.
It's let's see, I have to go south probably about an hour-ish, and then it's west up there.
I used to get great fireworks when I lived in Arizona. New Mexico was close by.
But Aurora
I
takes
don't know.
me a good 4 hours to get to.
Aurora looks a lot like part of it looks a lot like Denver.
Yeah.
It's still got that. Yeah.
I like Vail.
Oh, Vail is it's cool for tourists, but not a lot of
camping there.
What's
I
that?
lost a 72 Cougar XR7 convertible at Vail, Colorado.
Go around a corner too fast, did you?
No, I hit a mountain.
Oh.
There's a lot of roads there.
Was it going up or down?
Both. It was getting there.
Yeah, so you blew the motor?
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't have it jetted for that, and it got hot, didn't it?
Yeah. There was
that car never saw a mountain before, I don't think.
Yeah.
There was a guy in Colorado that kind of blew his car, not his motor. He attached a rocket. He attached a rocket to the roof of the station wagon.
Oh,
fired that sucker off, and he gave himself about 10-mile straight line, but the rocket lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah, I like it out west of, out east of Aurora. When you get out on the plains out there, I like that area. I like the area where that is a good area.
I like anything outside of Denver.
I like it. I definitely wouldn't change it. That's a lot of times I recently looked into some of the land in New Mexico and stuff like that, but I'll be honest, even though our politics here have gotten crappy, I can't see myself leaving. I mean, I was born and raised in this area. I left a while after high school, but came back.
You ever been to Taos, New Mexico?
I have.
I have not.
Have you seen the community of Earthship Homes?
I've
I have, but
seen
it wasn't
Craig.
in town.
There's a lot
Well,
of hippies up there in Taos.
Cheyenne is doing some classes there in Taos right now. On the Earthship Homes.
You know, back when I was a kid, this was picket night. This is when we grabbed the eggs and the toilet paper and we, decorated.
I've seen
Yep.
toilet
You know-
paper.
I like that area around Cortez, Colorado.
Down south.
Lonesome
know
Dove,
Cortez.
Cortez,
Lonesome
that
Dove?
area. Yeah.
Yeah, Lonesome Dove.
I thought that was made up.
Nope.
No. They actually started on Lonesome Dove. They started from the town of Lonesome Dove and actually went north into Wyoming and Montana to raise their horses.
Huh.
Is what
Okay.
that movie's about. But the movie Lonesome Dove is about where they're all from.
Down there on the old Devil's Highway.
The greatest place to do Western movies, Wyoming.
No. The greatest
It's
place
wide
is
open.
Southern Utah. Southern Utah. All the John
Wyoming-
Wayne movies were all filmed down there.
Wyoming is
Yeah.
still the old West. Half the population of Wyoming lives out in the countryside, not in the cities. And they only have 500,000 people.
Yeah, and why is the real estate so expensive there?
Right.
Real estate is super expensive in Wyoming.
Glad I still have land there.
It's jumping up big time right now. There's
It's
that whole thing,
About
Montana,
200 acres.
Wyoming, and Colorado along that 25 corridor, man, they are selling the crud out of stuff expensive.
Still got about 200 acres out there by Cheyenne.
But Huckleberry, actually, the plains are considered big sky country, but Montana has pretty much owned that. But all the plains, before there was really states divided up on the plains from Montana down through Wyoming, and then the high plains of Colorado were all considered big sky country. And then it got split up into states, and Montana pretty much got the rank on that one.
That's true. I've been to Wyoming. Excuse me. Montana. I want to say
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Aaron was talking about that too, Huckleberry. Apparently Biden shit his pants talking to the Pope.
Well,
apparently there's like several news sources reporting it.
Biden is prevented from taking communion.
Is he now?
Yeah, the church has banned him.
Well, he was originally from his stance on the on abortion, and a lot of those politicians were they couldn't. But this new pope gave it back to him.
Well, I don't like this new pope. I never have.
I'm Catholic, and I'm not a fan of this new pope. I'm not a.
My wife is Catholic. She doesn't really pay attention to it. We have a thing on our wall from Pope Paul II. Is it? Last one?
John Paul II. Yep.
Yeah. We have that on our wall. He was a good pope.
Yeah, he was. And he was one that reminded everybody he was just a man, not a deity. That's why a lot of the ones on my side of Catholicism, we liked him. The new one where he's trying to get the whole deity thing going again to where we've got to basically worship him instead of what we're supposed to. A lot of us that we don't recognize the Pope necessarily because we just recognize him as the head of the church, not any type of special.
I have a book called The Sunday Law.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, TX Classy.
Hi, TX. Sorry, battery. What was that?
I have a book called Sunday Law, and it describes the current Pope. Christ.
That's where the term black Pope comes from.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep, there's there's certain areas that show that the leader of the church through the Vatican will basically abort all common beliefs for popular belief for for
That's what he's
beliefs
doing.
that are not church. Yeah, and that would be the Black Pope, which would be the oncoming. Then that's why a lot of people within the church are calling him a Black Pope, the Black Pope, because they think
It's happened
he's
before, though.
what's that?
It's happened before.
Hmm.
He wasn't the first.
Well,
World
and that's
War
the
II.
reason why a lot of us don't necessarily recognize the Pope. I mean, we recognize him for being like the head of the church. That's what he is. Not anything special. He's just the head of the church. And
Well, it
there's
says on his mitre, the vicar of Christ, the
Yeah.
vicar of God,
Which
and
means
that,
replacement for.
the substitute of.
that,
And
and
I-
see
That's
That
so
bothers me.
wrong.
that became a thing in, I can't remember, it was the 15 or 1600s. That was some of these popes used it as basically thought of themselves as royalty and divine, and they actually competed with other royalty, and that's why a lot of us stand against what the type they are. Now, the one that Battery was talking about, John Paul II, he brought it back down to earth,
He was
reminded
he had
people that he
humility.
was a man.
He had
And also,
humility.
and the priest used to face away from the congregation when he did the mass. He would face
That's
away
insane.
from the congregation, not towards the people.
Well, no, that one I'm
And
not.
and mass
familiar
was
with.
spoken in Latin.
Well,
It
mass,
wasn't
what he
spoken
did,
in English.
And
it did
nobody
used to be
understood
done.
it.
This
That was called
the-
Vatican III. That was before
Now-
Vatican III.
now there is a part of sermons to where they face a cross as they're doing it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
They come down with.
he would turn around, the priest or the pope or whoever would turn around and face the cross and
Yeah.
I don't have
say
a problem with that.
and speak in Latin, facing towards the cross and not toward the people. And they
Well, now,
changed
see-
that during Vatican III. That's what I'm trying to say. They changed that
Oh,
during
I got
Vatican
you. Yeah,
III. Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of the priests around here, they'll do that too. But that's basically as a reminder that they're one of us. They're nothing divine. So they turn around and pray, like as one of us. So that's
That's why I
actually a
don't have a
good
problem
part
with
of it.
And they used to sell indulgences.
And define indulgences.
You don't know what indulgences are?
Well, I know
You
what
get it.
indulgences are, but an indulgence could
Oh.
eat wine.
Worship
were not-
of the world.
You were not, if you were poor, you were not allowed inside the church during Mass. And indulgences was,
So wrong.
they would buy their repentance.
Where
Where they were finally allowed to go into the Mass if they paid
Well-
enough money. And meanwhile, the poor had to stay outside. And the priest would come around out the back door and give communion to the people outside of the church.
and that's actually a little bit of a misunderstanding. They did have separate sermons though, which was wrong. They had to where the wealthy had their sermons on Sunday, and then like Saturday nights, the poor would have their sermons, and then they would also have an early one on Sunday. But they did split the people up, and the wealthy people.
That,
And
No.
unfortunately,
that's
there was
pandering for money.
a thing to where a lot of the really wealthy nobles could leave their wealth to the church and have their place guaranteed in heaven, which was part of
Pandering.
what you're getting at, and that was wrong.
And
That's
see,
pandering for money.
I don't, I don't buy into the doctrine of purgatory. So that's what the buying of indulgences was, to spend your way out of purgatory.
I don't necessarily
Look
believe
it
in
up.
purgatory.
Look
I
it
am
up.
not. I don't understand purgatory that much.
I'm pretty well read with the Catholic religion.
That I became a Catholic as an adult.
Been
I
there.
went through a year of religious education and received my first communion as an adult. And since then, I parted ways in a lot of the doctrines. Number one, I don't believe that Mary is the Queen of Heaven, and number
No,
two, I do
she's
not
not.
believe in the doctrine of purgatory.
All hail,
Mary,
fire
Mary's
in the
just a human.
bowl.
Mary is just a human.
Yeah, the Queen of Heaven. I'm not.
Yeah, you can buy
Oh.
candles that say Mary, Queen of Heaven. You can buy novena candles.
They're okay. They're South American, Latin candles, right? Latin Catholicism or South American Catholicism.
Yeah,
because there are some differences. Yeah.
Okay, my Mexican brother-in-law, who was also Catholic, he said to me, "We believe that Mary is more higher than Jesus." That's the way he said it.
Yep, that's South America. There's some, and this is interesting because there's some crossovers of older religions from South America into that, and some of the areas down there, they do put Mary on instead of just as a person, and the mother of Mary was mortal. She's not the queen of anything. She's not God's wife. She's not anything like that. She was just the vessel for Jesus. So
I'm aware of that, and I'm glad to hear you say that. But
yeah, and that's how.
I don't believe that I need to pray for intercession for Mary.
No.
So I don't talk to Mary so that she'll pray so that Mary will pray for me so that because she's a little bit closer to Jesus than I am. You know, I don't believe in that, and that's some things that I've parted ways.
Well, now that I do have some belief.
I have a problem with all organized religion.
She was a saint, no doubt. She was a saint.
I don't know religion.
Saint Mary.
Yep.
You know, and I think she was probably the most righteous and pure that there was at that time to bring Jesus into the world. But I don't believe she's a deity. I don't worship her as a deity. I don't see her that way.
No, and I don't either. And our prayer, you're speaking of Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners now at the hour of death. Amen. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Praying the rosary. Yeah.
Now,
how
about Saint Christopher? Please pray for me. Keep my travel safe.
Nope. I say Jesus, keep my travel safe.
Dead men. I'm sorry, I will not pray to dead men.
Well,
I do not pray to saints.
It's not a prayer to a saint, though. And see, that's the thing. It's you're asking them to pray with you, not. I said for. I switch up. Pray with me to keep. Yeah. Pray pray for or pray with. You know, it's a pray for, but you're wanting them to pray with you. You know, because it's an accumulation of prayer. So the more prayers you have,
that's okay. Saint, that's okay. If you want to do that, I don't think that's like sacrilege or anything to do that.
But what I've seen, most people pray to the saint.
Yeah. No, not to the saint. Ask them to pray with you is what I see it as.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't hear that in the prayer.
The patron, you have patron saints, and there's like a saint of carpenters, you know, which is Saint Olaf. Saint Olaf is one of the saints of carpenters. I know these different saints, Saint Francis and all of them. I know who they are, but the thing of it is, I don't see anything particularly wrong with talking to saints that have gone on. I don't know if they'll hear you. You know, I don't know if it's going to do you any good.
They're dead.
But I think it's kind of a waste of time when I could go straight to the Father and say, you know, assign some saints to me or some angels to me because I need protection in this particular area.
I guess I see it as kind of guardian angels. It's kind of an assistance to your guardian angels in a way, to where
Well, I don't
if it's not,
pray to saints. I don't pray to saints anymore. I tried that.
see, and
I feel something wrong about it.
I understand what you mean, because a lot of areas have decided to attempt to pray to the saints, but I see it as as me walking up to you and say, "Hey, will you pray with me?" I see it as that. You're asking them to pray with you. It says pray for you, but it's like, "Hey, can you send me prayers? Will you pray for me?"
I'm not against that. I'm not
yeah.
against that. I don't think God instructs us to do that, though. I
Seeing
don't
as
see
it's
anywhere
plain
where
with
God
that, but I
instructs
never
us to
heard
do
before.
that.
And that's understandable.
It sounds to me like it's some kind of practice that came out of the pagan Roman deists, and but I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't see anything right with it either, and it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and there's a lot of aspects that, when you break it down, there's a lot of aspects of Christianity itself that could be taken from other religions. This is a conversation Pat and I had once. We had a really good conversation of it. It's almost like a lot of the religions had a little piece of it in them already, and it's almost like little parts of a bigger picture, of all the ancient religions. It's just they saw them as demigods, whereas I see them as saints. I don't think there's only one God, in my opinion. So I think they were saints, but I think back then maybe they had it confused. Their saints they thought were godly and they weren't. So I think there might have been. So I think my bad. What?
I wanted to say hi to Kim. I didn't say hi to her.
Oh, hi, Kim.
I just now popped in. I just now popped in because I want to get in on this conversation.
Cool.
I'm being very bad tonight.
And no, I fully understand, people, see it in different ways and everything. And I see it in my way, and, and hey, to each their own. I think it's an individual relationship with God. Everybody needs their own individual relationship anyways. And the church, that's why I always say the church, I say I'm Catholic, and I am Catholic due to my heritage. But as for relationship with God, I have my own relationship with God. The church doesn't tell me how to, some try and they do, but I don't allow it. I have my own relationship with it.
So here's the difference, Sing, is I tried praying to saints. They didn't answer me back. God did.
But see, that's you're conflating praying to them instead of asking them to pray with you.
Oh, I did.
That makes more sense. But
praying to them isn't good. They won't answer.
No, I was talking to them. No, I wasn't praying to them. I was talking to them. I was talking to them. Like, not, you could call that a prayer, a prayer if you'd like. Like the word to pray. If I said to a king, I said, I pray thee, O King George, to spare the lives of these 200 men or something like that. I pray thee, it's a plea, is what praying literally means. The same thing as a plea.
Okay. I got, when I heard you say pray, now I understand your definition. So when I heard you say pray to, how I see pray, that's between me and God alone. So I don't see it as a plea. But now that I know your definition, it makes sense. So cool. Okay, I got you.
An angel said, "Don't pray to me."
We had
Lord Almighty. When
I was raising my kids, I had a neighbor that was a devout Catholic. She had a large family, a whole 9 yards. They were devout Catholic. And she would come over and she would bring me stuff after my wife left and stuff like that, feeling bad for me. All that, wanting to help out. She would say, we need to pray to save Timothy. patron saint of fathers. And I was like, well, I'm Christian, but I don't pray to dead men. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy.
She said specifically
pray to. Yeah.
The funny thing is, the Hail Mary prayer was actually a conversation that Elizabeth, who was pregnant with John the Baptist, was having with Mary. When the baby leaped in her womb, and she said, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death."
Okay.
So I know the Hail Mary prayer. They're stuck in my mind. Catholicism is very fresh with me.
You've done the rosary quite a bit, I take it.
I did the rosary. I know the Our Father prayers and so on.
Right.
I did the rosary. I went to confession. All of that. I did that.
To me, that does not sound like a prayer to Mary.
No, and my question on the Hail Mary prayer is that a prayer? No, it's a recital of a conversation of Mary and Elizabeth.
Right. Okay. I'm drunk.
I don't disagree.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with thy rod and thy staff.
That is a prayer that was given
walk along
to the apostles.
Yep.
Jesus gave that
for me in the midst of my enemies.
That was one of the top Templar prayers too.
Jesus was asked how we should pray.
Yeah.
And so he gave examples.
Yeah. Our Father who art in heaven. Yeah.
Yep, that was one.
You know, you all know what hallelujah means, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
God is great.
It actually means most high praise to God.
Or greatness of God. Or
Because it's actually a string of words. Hallelujah is hal meaning hail. Hallelujah means most high praise to God. Yah at the end is Yah. It says praise the name of Yah, for this is his name. So it says that in Chronicles.
Yeah.
To praise the name of Yah. The Rastafarians call it Jah. Yeah. Praise the name of Jah, for this is his name.
Jewish call it Yahweh.
And the Hebrews say Yahweh.
Yep. Well, in Hebrews also, in Hebrew, Jesus is actually Yeshua.
Eli is also is the first part of the name Elijah.
Welcome in,
Eli and Yah they both mean God. And when Jesus was hanging on the cross, he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me?
I hear Wizard just fine.
Yeah, Crazy Legs said they're having trouble hearing you in chat.
Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah. You were leaning back, weren't you?
Yeah, I was leaning back listening to the conversation.
Lazy ass. Jeez.
No. Yeah, right.
No, cool. Chilling. Well, thank you, Bill and Battery. I enjoy these conversations. I really do.
Well, I like these conversations as long as we don't get into arguments.
And I won't get mad. I'll disagree firmly a lot of times, but no. Oh, trust me, I've been in conversations with people that flat out despise me because I'm Catholic. So I don't get angry.
People have their own beliefs, and a lot of times they will not yield anything.
Correct.
So they give into arguments. And that's just no way to be a Christian.
No. No.
Most of that's because they are not trained in apologetics of their own faith.
Right.
And
if they
that's where we'll run into a problem with the Jehovah's Witness.
And it's unfortunate because that's what drives people away from Christianity too, are the people that think we have to drag them to Christianity. It was never about that. Jesus' words, you've got to spread the word and allow people to come forth themselves. You can't force them. And the forcing that a lot of modern, and well, not even modern, it's happened for hundreds of years, but the forcing of coming to it that has happened, it's unfortunate.
You don't want to proselytize.
I had an idea you guys were going to be saying something about pagan stuff earlier, and then I heard you say, I was like, they are talking about pagan stuff. It's the night to talk about that.
Not
Pagan,
really.
pagan influence on religions. I mean, it's undeniable. There are a lot of influences that not just Catholic. It's
pretty much with
a
Catholic.
lot of it. What's that?
I said pretty much with Catholic.
Well, with all of them, actually. You got to remember Lutheran and Lutheran, Methodist, and all of them are breakoffs of the Catholic Church. So if it's Catholicism, then it would be most of the Christian religions out there.
Well, the
Actually,
Catholic Church is why we have church on Sunday.
The seventh day thou shalt rest.
The Catholic Church has actually been
Sunday, day one.
the reason that we turned, even our calendars are screwed up. We went through the Gregorian calendar, and there was the Hebrew calendar, the Gregorian calendar, and the Hebrew calendar was actually, in my opinion, was more correct because it was based on moons, a lot like the Native Americans. Native Americans, they looked at how many moons it was, right? That was a moon, was a month.
I knew that.
Our
So
current
there's 13,
calendar, though, which is
there's
based
13
on
moons. There's 13 moons in a year. There's 13 moons in a year, and there's only 12 months in a modern calendar. There should be 13 months. That's what they called the lunar calendar.
That's why we have leap year.
Well, and that's why we have 31 days, 28 days, 30 days. It splits up like that. But actually, the modern calendar with the 12-month calendar we have right now, because if we did 13 months, we'd have one that was like a 10-day period.
But did you ever read the book of Revelations where it said that Satan himself would actually change the times and seasons? Satan was going to do that? Did you know that?
But it's not changed. He would.
It is changed.
It had to do, but no. I mean, it doesn't specifically say change, does it? It says, it's about
changed.
Altering and it has to do with
the devil would change the times and the seasons, and that's been done.
But you're taking the single wording. I mean, if you take it as a whole thing, it has to do with affecting like crops and stuff like that, to where crops will not grow. You will not be able to grow the food or whatever, produce the food and everything that is needed.
The crops.
So it has to do with the effects it would have and everything on it. And I mean, right now with the calendar we have, it fits in pretty good with our seasons and stuff like that, in my opinion.
Seems that way.
But it would alter the concept of reality. I mean, to where one, convince those that winter you need to plant and stuff like that, and and that's my interpretation. I could be wrong.
So you're okay with you're okay with daylight savings and all that too, right?
No, daylight savings is a joke. Daylight savings wasn't created by the church, though. Daylight savings was created by rich people that wanted more evening hour. And you can look it up. It was like literally they were paying politicians to do it so they had more time to play golf.
God made everything perfect. Everything man touches, he corrupts. And that is another example of man touching something, screwing around with this daylight savings nonsense. It's corrupt. It's a joke. It doesn't save any daylight. How is it possible to save daylight? How could you believe that lie?
It alters to where they have more
How
daylight.
could you believe the lie that you can actually save daylight by screwing around with the clock?
I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's what it is so people could have longer times after 5 o'clock when they got off. They could have 4 hours instead of 2.5 hours or 3 hours. They could have 4 hours of being out doing stuff after they get off.
So you have more daylight. It just adds more daylight
it doesn't
end of the day.
It changes the time of it. And that's another thing that goes back. Actually, that goes back to what Bill was saying, because it warps the perception of the day. So that goes back to my interpretation of what Bill was talking about.
It is a lie. It's a lie. If you're working all this stuff about Ben Franklin saying, talking that he was the inventor of the daylight savings concept, he meant it as a joke. It was meant to be a joke. And they said, well, let's do this. And they started doing it. And it was long after Ben Franklin died, actually, when they did. And I can't quote you the exact year. I knew a long time ago. I can't remember now. But daylight savings is a lie. If people that buy into it are believing a lie to their own peril, it's not doing any good. I mean, I'm going to wake up when the chickens wake me up, and I'm going to go to sleep when the sun goes down. Whether I'm working in construction,
as someone working on watches, I have to know it's daylight savings. But trust me, I know what you mean.
It doesn't do anything except confuse you, because all you're really doing, you still wake up when you have daylight to get your work
the calendar. I mean, it does confuse people, but it really messes up our accuracy of time frames.
Everything is confused.
It's kind of like Berenstein Bears type deal,
Nothing quality of life, nothing improved because of daylight savings. Nothing has been improved. In fact, quite the opposite.
I don't know why we do it.
I could go and look it up. I don't know much about the daylight savings other than
it didn't improve a damn thing. And if you could find out what it improved, I'd sure like to know. But please give me something really tangible. Throw me a bone.
What do you think, Wizard?
We didn't do it in Arizona.
I think we got to go through hell to get to heaven.
I believe that. Trust me, brother. I believe that.
Nice answer, this.
And I think we have 13 moons in a year.
Bill, you became Catholic as an adult.
Yep.
You didn't go through catechism and all that.
I went through this 1 year adult Catholic education program called
it's so you can be married in the Catholic Church and stuff like that if need be. So
no, it was classes. I mean, I went through classroom stuff.
You become a Catholic, but I've known a lot of people that married like into my family that weren't Catholic, and they had to go through a year of classes to be able to be married.
I had to work my way to get my first communion, and I also was ostracized by my entire family. I was maligned. I was slandered. Everything when I went through this process. But
Trust me, I understand. People that aren't Catholic like to go with Catholic pretty good.
No, it was my whole Mormon family was adamantly so angry I can't even begin to tell you.
That's unfortunate because I wouldn't condemn anybody for leaving Catholicism, joining another church along.
Yes, Battery, I was raised a Mormon.
I'm sorry.
I was raised a Mormon. There's no secret about that. I haven't concealed that at all. I was raised Mormon. Yes, I was. And that was a hard transition going from Mormon to Catholic.
Did you have to do that thing where you're on bicycle and you go to homes?
I did not ever go on a Mormon mission. I went in the Army instead. In
That was
fact,
good news.
from the time I was 18, I absolutely had no desire for the Mormon Church, but it was the only game in town at the time.
I used to invite them in my house, and we'd have discussions.
See, I was pretty much Catholic from birth. I mean, from the time I was a little turkey, I went to catechism and all that and everything. That's why I always advise everybody: get the Bible, and if you can, also get the Old Testament. If you can't get your hands on the Old Testament, get the Catholic Bible. And I'm not trying to convert people to Catholic. Don't do it to become a Catholic. Get the Catholic Bible, because it really is the closest thing to the Old Testament that you can get. It's a lot different than the King James Version. There's more books in it, but read it in Latin. Attempt to read it in Latin, because there's a lot of words that I believe are misinterpreted in the King James Version.
I've got the New American Bible, which is the English version of the Catholic Bible.
Nice. Yeah. It's a big old Bible, isn't it?
Well, it's got a lot more books in it than King James.
Yeah. That's what people see my Catholic Bible, and I've got the big one. It's like 12 inches by 20 inches. And I mean, that thing's, 6 inches thick. And they see it and they're like, what Bible is that? Is that the Old Testament? I was like, no, man, that's a Catholic Bible. They're like, holy cow. It's like, yeah, it's a little thicker than the King James Version.
Keep in mind now, Mormons do not want to be called Mormons, even though they used to call themselves Mormons.
Latter-day Saints.
Now they're saying they don't want to be called Mormons, and they love to get offended over anything. So
I got no problem with anybody's. Now, don't get me wrong. Where there's been aspects, and I don't say every Mormon's like this, because I know they're not. There has been in the past child bride things with some of the Mormon, but not every Mormon is about that. So I don't condemn them all for it. Their beliefs are their beliefs, in my opinion.
Now, what a Mormon would say, well, you Catholics, you know what you have in your past. So, yeah.
And that's what.
Why do you think I was so ostracized?
Yeah. And see, that's what's unfortunate, is too many people will condemn. And I think that's where I became more open to understanding where other people come from. Even like with Pat, when we talked, he called God Odin because that was his belief. I had no problem with that. Some people got offended. I had no problem with that. That's his belief. That's his personal relationship with God and everything. So that was his belief. And there's so many out there that will just condemn. And I think the reason I'm so open now is because I grew up being a Catholic. And so I tell you what, they are one of the most attacked religions out there. And it's so sad, because we're all Christian. We all ought to be getting along, not fighting. It's just another way to divide us. And that's where the church comes in.
I just want to say one thing to clear the air on about this. Huckleberry was asking if I was Catholic. Yes, I left Mormonism and was baptized Catholic and received my first communion and so on and so forth. That did happen. However, I consider myself a Christian, a believer, and no longer do I consider myself a religious person, nor am I affiliated with any religion anymore. I have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and that's where I stand. So I'll walk into a Baptist church, a Presbyterian, a Coptic church, Greek Orthodox. I don't care. If Jesus is the centerpiece of it, I'm fine with that, and I don't feel uncomfortable at all in any real Christian church. I may not agree with some of their theology, but because I understand and read the Bible, and I have a relationship with Christ. So am I a Catholic? No, I don't call myself Catholic. I don't call myself Mormon. I disavow that. In fact, I don't believe in purgatory, and I don't believe in Mary, Queen of Heaven, and any of that stuff. So I don't believe that I need a religion between me and the Father.
And see,
so that's all. That's all I got to say.
And actually, I think that I tell people I'm Christian first. I'm Christian first. That's all that matters. I bring up that I'm Catholic, because I'm not ashamed of it. But I'm Christian first, and I don't care if you're Lutheran. I don't care if you're Baptist or whatever, what else you are. You're a Christian brother or sister, in my opinion. So the Catholicism was the church I go to, not the religion I am. Does that make sense? Because I'm Christian. That's the religion I am. Catholic was just the church I grew up within. That's a place, not the religion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be a Mason. I don't want to be any of that stuff. I don't want to join any groups or gangs or anything like that. No militias, none of that. I don't join shit. I'm just my own person.
Yeah. I do, Huckleberry. I've got cousins that are priests and nuns, and I don't do it as much as I should probably, but I do confession. And Ghost said he had in the past when he was going to the church.
Join the Fire in the Bowl Club.
Yes, fire in the bowl.
Just to let these conversations, I do enjoy these conversations. And Kim was wanting to get in. I want to hear what she has to say.
Dropped out. I don't know what she did.
Oh man.
I gave up religion for Lent.
Damn it.
You gave up religion or the church?
In my pocket.
I gave up religion for Lent.
Yeah, I gave up religion because all it did was leave Lent in my pocket.
Right.
You mean organized religion, not your faith.
Oh, I have my beliefs.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
but I'm not. No, I gave up organized religion. I don't play the game. I don't go in and put money in the plate. None of that. None of that. I'm done. I'm done.
That's cool. That's cool. I think the relationship with God begins within the person and within the individual anyways. I don't believe a church should tell somebody how their relationship's going to be.
My fear left me about God and Christ when I died. I had nothing to do with religion after that.
And see, I'm open to. I catch stuff from even other Catholics because I'm open to discussing with any person in any religion. I mean, I don't care if it's Hindu, a Buddhist. I'll discuss with them, and I acknowledge Sadie. I'll acknowledge that I respect their opinion, and that's cool stuff to listen to and to talk to. And I catch stuff from a lot of people where, what are you thinking of converting? Why would you even want to hear it? It's like, because I want to know, I'm comfortable enough in my own faith that I can go out there and learn about other religions. I'm secure in my faith.
Right. The religion thing, for me, the whole religion thing boils down to the meaning of the word religion is the regal control of the legion.
Let's say that again.
The royal control of the legion. In other words, those management of the people, the control of the people, relegation of the legion, religion.
I haven't heard it referred to as that.
That's the breakdown of the word religion. Control of the many.
So you're putting it with the word legion.
It's part of the word, yes.
Well, legion.
Right.
Yeah.
Relegation of the legion. In other words, control of the many.
Oh, yeah.
So organized religion, I believe, has its way of outreach and bringing people to Christ, but when you get into the depth of it, it is just the control of the many, to bring them under control.
Yeah. See, now my definition of religion is the organized practice of the doctrine of your individual doctrine.
Right.
That's
Well,
my
that's why
definition.
the Catholics were so pissed off when King James printed the Bible in English and made it available to everybody. They couldn't control the many.
Well, that I can't deny. There was a lot of control factors, and there was actually control factors on King James and from his area too. So
Prior to that, the church was the government.
Yeah.
they
Yep.
they a spiritual government in a way, and they often they had more power than the monarchies over the people. They could
Well,
literally have the people rebel in a war against the monarchy.
the monarchy actually had control of the Church of England.
Well, that was
instead of a
They
pope.
took it.
And they took the power from the Pope, and they took charge over it, and that was the Church of England.
You know, the funny thing is why that happened is because King Henry was mad because he got divorced and married, and the church would not support his remarriage because he had no basis for to get out of his past marriage. So he was mad. So over that, he kicked the church out of England.
Yeah.
But then later, King James was the one that, yes, and a lot of people, refer to him as somewhat of a saint for putting it in English and putting it in the hands of the people, because Emerald was right. They used that as control, that they tried to make people believe. And this is even later. It happened even when, the Puritans came over and stuff like that. You had to go through the church to be able to get the word of God. You couldn't, a lot of places they didn't allow individuals to have that relationship. You had to go through the church, and that's unfortunate.
I ever tell you my story about what I saw when I was dead?
You went over some of it.
Yeah. I just there's an old bartender with a big white beard and white hair. Had a glass in his hand. He had the white apron on, the whole 9 yards, in the big wooden bar. You're not supposed to be here yet. You're not supposed to be here now. Yeah. I said, I'm looking for my father. And he says, well, he's not here. I don't know why I said that. My father was still alive.
Oh, wow.
And he said, well, you go on now. Come back later. That's pretty much all I remember. I felt like a little kid. I felt like a little kid in a bar. You know what I'm saying?
And it's amazing. You read about, people that were atheists or claim to be atheists. In my opinion, there's no true atheism, but that they, were atheists and they had a near-death experience and they died for, so many seconds or so many minutes on the operating table. And after that experience, they came back firm believers after what they experienced. So it's definitely interesting.
I don't remember no tunnel, no white lights, no none of that. Just clouds. Just all of a sudden, out of the mist, I'm in a bar.
Yeah, I've never quite fallen into the, you see the tunnel and stuff like that. And, I always figured it'd be like either your angels would escort you or the hand of God would come down and lift you. I'm not much into the follow the light, walk into the light. I think there's going to be more to it than that. We need Kim back up here.
I know.
I really wanted to hear her opinion because I know she had a lot of the views that Pat had. I wonder if she was having computer
Come on,
trouble.
Kimmy. Huckleberry needs to come on up here too.
Yeah. I think Washburn, he should come up here. He didn't seem to like the Catholic Bible much.
I was gonna say, hey Skull, how's it sitting nude with the fan in the window?
Cold as
Dude,
shit.
Are you looking?
Waiting for Apex to get back. He said he's about to be back.
Yeah, we were planning on doing an after hour stream to get into these type of conversations.
But yeah, no, I have personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I just imagine that I have some kind of psychic link here, kind of thing. That I pretty much talk to him all the time. I let him know when I'm feeling weak. I apologize when I screw up. Yeah, Lord forgive me. I just did that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's most of what it is a personal relationship. So, yeah. I know a lot of people that go to church every Sunday and think they're a better Christian than anybody else because they go to church every Sunday. And this is all religions. I'm talking Baptist. I'm talking Catholics. I know people from all aspects that they're assholes during the week and jerks during the week, treat people like shit during the week. But since they go to church every Sunday, they think they're more, closer to God than everybody else. And I see it as I don't go to church every week, but I try to treat people respectfully and be a good person all the time. And I think that, that puts me at a pretty good level with God. And so, yeah.
Well, I just feel like the last few years I'm being taught how to be humble.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? I need to learn how to live humble. And
I should, Skull. That's a good one. Skull says buy them a T-shirt that says #1 Christian.
Right.
He must know some of those too.
Right. But no, I don't. I still have that. I still have that that method in my head. You can have the best chocolate chip cookie in the world, but as soon as you start shoving it down somebody's throat, they're still going to puke on you.
Yeah, and I completely concur, and I think that's where religion has taken Christianity has taken such a hit because it's become forced, and it's not meant to be that. You're meant to show them the path and let them take their own path. You're supposed to spread the word, allow them. You can't drag somebody to God. They've got to find their own way.
The best way to convince anybody of anything, as learned as being a father, is not about what you say or it's what you do.
Right. And it's a lead by example.
Yeah. Live your life the way you expect others to think of you. You know what I'm saying? As a father of 8, I was very controlling, and a businessman. I was very controlling. Every aspect, every penny, every detail that was my responsibility, I, asserted control. Not in a manipulative way, but in a manner of business, efficiency, stuff like that.
Right.
And the last few years, I've been letting go of that.
Yeah.
Same reason when I put this show together. I every day I start the show, I'd say, "Welcome to the Great American Experience." You know, this is what we call the game, and this is not my show. You know, learning to live humbly, and it works. It works well.
Oh, and see,
I'm
that's
getting better at it, I think, by just out of sheer existence.
and the Great American Experience. That's good because America is made up of all sorts of different aspects of life in everybody, you know. So I mean, and I think that's what makes us great. And a lot of people forget that freedom of religion is one of our main freedoms. So a lot of people that talk about, you know, that if you're not Christian, this was founded as Christian. It's like, yeah, but our forefathers had the foresight to see that, you know, it's made up of a lot of different people. So they gave us that freedom of religion.
Right. And everybody has their say. They have their background, they have their filters, they have their personalities,
Absolutely.
you know,
Right.
and, you know, they have their way of interacting with other people, you know, some better than others, you know,
Right.
but it's just, you know, you know what? I love all you guys, man. I mean, to be honest with you, you guys, all of you, you mean the world to me. You really do.
Nice.
Otherwise, I'd be sitting here going nuts. I would be absolute crazy just by myself, kind of thing. So I
Nice.
pray for you guys every day. I thank God for you every day. And I look forward to seeing you guys every night. You know.
Nice. And now that it's getting cruddier weather, I'll be able to be around more to see all you guys.
There you go. There you go.
Skull. Even the reptoids. Nah, screw the reptoids. They're not in it.
Humans. We are racist around here. We're human race. You're not human. We got problems. And like I said, we're probably going to kill you and eat you. So beware. So, yeah, we don't do canines either. Rangers
Darn,
outside running around with Princess, and they're gallivanting around, hunting probably.
I don't see Kim and Chad either. I hope she didn't have internet problems.
You can too. You most likely can. We eat alligators.
Oh yeah, lizards are good.
I eat snakes. So.
Yeah, rattlesnake is good. I know that.
Rattlesnake, lizards.
All you need is a little salt and garlic on a rattlesnake, and you're good. Oh my Lord!
And you want to talk about bones? It's way worse than a fish.
So, right, but you learn how to just use your tongue to get the meat out from between the bones.
Yep, you pick it out, and you learn how to pull the meat off.
Yeah,
with your teeth and with your tongue. Yep, and you learn to eat bread. Bread gets a hold of them, and if you do get a little something stuck, bread will knock it out.
Just
we're all
try.
talking. We're all talking country stuff here. We might be losing some of the city folk.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're talking about eating people or something. No, we're not.
No, snakes. No, this ain't cannibal hour.
But yeah, no, it's all good. You got claws? We'll just call you Santa Claus.
I don't want to eat no salamanders either.
There's not enough meat on them.
Some reptiles could be lethal though. They carry so much bacteria and stuff in them.
Right.
I think salamanders are. Yeah, but I can't remember what it is. Well, it's just like if you cut it open and there's worms in the stomach, throw that away because those worms are in their bloodstream. They're everywhere.
Did Jason pass out? Yeah, he was out of
it. Bored.
He was like,
No. I hear, man.
Yeah, man. Good, because it's time for pie.
Time for pie. That's right, fellas. Pull out your pie and start creaming it all over your ass.
well,
Just
Bill,
all around. You
Bill,
asshole.
thank you for that conversation earlier. I enjoyed that.
No, I like good conversations. Y'all do way better than I do. I'm just here enjoying the show, and I appreciate you guys always having me on.
Oh hell, man, jump in, because we like more opinions.
You know, I'm a young gun. And I just like listening to other folks. Y'all got a few years on me, but it's good hearing.
Damn kids.
Sometimes I join in when I feel like I can, or I can make fun of you.
I ain't that damn old. No. How old are you?
Oh, about to be 38 here in November.
I got you by 7 years.
Yeah. I think Apex I've got a few years.
Shit, I am old.
You got your own business? You got your own business, Jason?
No, but a lot of people ask me if I'm the owner of the watch company that I work for.
Well,
and I pretty much tell them like, no, but yes, because for whatever reason, these people don't know how to manage their own company. And I think I pretty much consider myself an owner in the aspect, but you know, I joke around like, yeah, I'm the owner.
Yeah.
But I typically will tell them no, but thanks for the compliment. That's what I typically tell them.
Yeah.
I plan on owning something one day. I've got to have a patent pending or doing something because I've got a lot of Nikola Tesla ideas in my head.
I've got a lot of blueberry pie ideas in my head right now.
Sometimes they're just word phrases. I make up words and phrases and songs and lyrics to songs. It's all about putting it into like, where are you going, you know? Writing it down, definite major purpose, crystallize it. I haven't been a success at it. I know others in this room that have. Don T. But you know, all you guys are good. I love hearing all the preppers. I'm not a prepper, and I love hearing stuff. And you know, I try to learn just little stuff here and there. And you know, if I make it in the end because I knew a few things, that's great. We've got a little extra water. It's bottled fucking water. I don't have a well. I don't know how to tap a well.
You know what your best weapon?
I can run around the corner and find somebody with a well.
Yeah, if you could just pack all the knowledge you can right now.
If I can
pack knowledge. Pack a lot of knowledge in your head there. You know, you may be one of those people that can travel light and survive.
Well, I've got a lot of books too, just like the Bush. It's a little prepper book for Bush, you know.
Yeah, bushcraft. Yeah.
Yeah. And then edible plants and even for medicinal plants. I got it all.
You're on it. You're on it. Yeah, I mean, that stuff can save your life.
The knowledge is the first power, but love is part of the first power.
That is only information. It is not knowledge until you put it in your head and you know it.
The love is the first power because unless you know people, they're just going to kill you. But anyway, I don't know shit.
Right.
I just know that.
But I'm saying those books.
Love your neighbor, motherfucker.
Right. Jason, can you hear me?
I need to go meet some of my new neighbors, man. I just moved out here. So, I mean, I met one neighbor and he's really good.
Could you hear Wizard?
Actually, I met a couple. What's that?
Can you hear me?
I hear.
Wizard's trying to talk to you.
Those books are simply information. They are not knowledge until you put them in your head.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Those books are only information.
But I live growing around the creek, so I mean, I climb trees and I do stuff. But you're exactly right, man. Just like working at a pizza place or anywhere, I mean, until you know how to roll the dough and spread it out, and until you know how to make the dough, I mean, I can make the dough from scratch now, but you know, you gotta practice to do it. You can know how to do anything. Tie your shoe. Oh, I know how to tie my shoe, right? Well, if you've
How many edible plants are around you?
Probably 5 or 10 at least.
Oh man, but you know what they are.
No, I need to exactly. I need to crack the book and read.
Right.
Practice my surroundings because you're right. I mean, I've looked at a lot of little videos, what you can eat and stuff, but then I won't remember it. I'm getting stoned watching shit.
When you experience the information, it will become knowledge.
I grew up as a pretty much a just chill dude hanging out.
Right. But when you experience that information, when you're using that information,
You going? Yeah, it's like midnight. Oh yeah, it is getting late.
yeah, it is.
No, I
But
was
yeah,
telling somebody so my girl was heading out here. So
yeah, it's midnight my time. I kind of
you
need
were
to.
saying something though that I was trying to pertain to.
Yeah. Once you experience that information, then you can draw upon that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be in your head. Usable information is knowledge.
Yep.
Once
Okay,
it's
I'm
in,
back.
Let me pass the wand for a sec. I got to piece out with somebody. I'll be right back.
right. Well, I was getting, okay.
Hey,
No, I'll get
are
right
you
back.
getting go? Are you getting ready to head out, Emerald?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Shit, I
I
hope
mean,
Apex comes back. He was the one that brought up doing a late night thing, and then he left.
yeah, he's a bonehead, flaky like a girl.
Because Kim was looking forward to the late night thing too. She was wanting to do that, so I hope her internet picks back up or whatever happened. I bet Bill would like it too because we're planning on getting into some of the deep conversations.
No, I gotta go to bed too.
Oh, dang.
I'm old, man.
This is my night. I get to stay up. I get to stay up late tonight. This is the first time for months.
I'll hang out till Apex gets on. In fact, I'm gonna call him.
Right on.
But yeah, no, hold on, here you go. There we go.
Yeah, the drawings that in one of my survival books is it would be so hard to actually identify the plant in real life.
Oh, there's sketches.
Yeah, they're sketches.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You have to really study the plant and then try to find pictures of the plant. Google it or whatever. I've done painstaking stuff on that, just to try to find actual images of things.
Nice. Well, and some plants have an evil twin plant that you got to be real careful for.
Especially mushrooms.
Yeah. Yep. One may be really good and beneficial for you, but the one that looks a lot like it with just the slightest difference, if you're not paying attention, will do you under. It's amazing. It's amazing how animals just instinctively know which plants to avoid.
Most do, but some don't.
Some still.
Some don't, especially pets, because pets haven't been living in the wild.
Right.
And they really kind of don't know.
All right. He's working on it. He's got his head up his ass, but he'll be here soon. No, I'm just messing with you. He'll be on in a little bit.
Okay. You have 15,000 frequent flyer points? Holy cow, Huckleberry. I've got 0 because I refuse to go into a jumbo jet. That darn book I ordered still hasn't got here. That book about the old ways, it still hasn't got here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that being advertised today.
I got, what was that, 3 weeks ago? I told you that I got that Emerald.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not here. I knew I was on a backlist for a couple of weeks. I haven't even got the email that it's sent out yet, so it must still be on back order or something.
Wow.
And
What was it?
another,
Wild lettuce. They call it wild lettuce.
Yep.
And you can boil it down, and it does a lot of the same thing as narcotics. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a painkiller that our ancestors used a lot, is even the settlers. And we call it milkweed here.
Yeah, we call it milkweed.
Go.
And you just boil it down until it turns into this black gooey stuff.
Yep. That's what's weird. It's like white, and then they boil it down to like a tarry substance.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you ingest it, right?
I believe so. You're supposed to take like a teaspoon or something of it.
Anyway, that's in the advertisement for that old ways thing.
Right. And on their website, they go into a little bit more detail on a couple of them. They definitely don't give up all their secrets, but because they want to sell the book, but they go into a little more detail on a couple of them. But the guy talks about it on a little video he did, and he said a teaspoon of that will knock out the pain.
So there is a Encyclopedia Britannica of herbs, edible herbs and medicinal herbs, and it's the author's name is Penny C. Royal. And then for the area where we live, there's an old book that I got when I was in Boy Scouts, and that author is Donald R. Kirk, and it's called Wild Edible Plants of the Northwestern United States.
Nice.
And
Well,
it covers,
I got fire in the bowl.
Well, I recently found out, and we've got yucca plants everywhere. I found out yucca root is kind of like potatoes.
Yep. I've eaten it.
Really? I never have, but I was told that. And the funny thing is, I brought it up to my mom. I was like, did you know? And this is stuff that, she was born in the late 40s. And she's like, well, yeah. She's like, you didn't know that? It's like, no. It's something, and they passed on a lot of information to me, but that's something that they apparently missed.
Yeah.
But during the summer, digging up yucca, you got to be real careful, because that's in yucca, around yuccas is where rattlesnakes love to lie and nest.
So, do you have a lot of sagebrush out there?
Yes, sir. A lot of it.
Yeah. It's probably the same kind of stuff as what we got.
I think it's pretty well similar vegetation.
Yeah.
From what I've seen on pictures of a lot of Utah, I think it's a lot like these plains out here where I am.
And you got a lot of cedars out there?
Not here. Trees are not terribly common out here. There's a lot, but they're planted around houses or in the towns. But
probably your cedars are up higher.
Yep. You start getting into what we call the foothills, which I know you're aware of that. You're familiar with it.
The cedars start at about 6,500 feet.
That makes sense, because I'm at I think like 5,200 or something like that. Or no. I'm at 4,200. Sorry.
Yeah, you're about the same altitude as me, actually.
Nice.
I think I'm about 4,700 feet.
Nice. I know we go to the mountains and hike, and I've got relatives on the coast. I've got relatives, in Arizona, Texas, and it's funny when the ones that are close to sea level come up here and want to go hiking, they last about 10 minutes. And they're just breathing hard and can hardly catch our breath, and we're all ready to go,
Right.
Yeah.
After I smoke a cigarette, I'll be about 10 steps behind you guys. 10 paces.
See, I told you he had his head up his ass.
About damn time, Apex. Your name's
That should
Jason,
be my
right?
name, head up my ass.
Your name's Jason?
Yes, sir.
I think you were up here one other time I came up. I think.
What the hell did you do, Apex?
People.
What?
Nice.
What the hell did you do? Did you go to a hippie camp or something?
He went to an Antifa party. He went to an Antifa rave.
I happen to be a rock and roll Sherpa. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Well, I'm your guide to get there.
And on my screen, especially since this is a phone I dropped and it's all spidered out, your eyes look like fly eyes right now. Your glasses.
They're like some Oakleys on crack.
Are you at sea level? Are you at sea level, Jason?
A little above. I think 1,400 feet above. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
maybe
my friend, he's a pilot, and he looked it up. He told me it was something 12 to 14 something 100.
Yeah,
that might be right.
Yeah, I'm only between 1,000 and 1,100 feet above sea level.
Okay, you think about that. I'm at 4,200 foot. Now you think if we're side by side, yet I was at 40. Now imagine the height difference. It doesn't seem like that much when you're driving, but if you really sit there and think of and consider the difference, God, that's insane.
3,000 feet higher than I am.
Right. Yeah. That's insane. You wouldn't even be able to see the top of the cliff I was on at 3,000 foot. It just blended into the sky. I'm at 4,200. Yes.
Damn.
Yep. Yeah, because Denver is right around 5,300. It's mile high, 5,280. They're right around 5,300.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly how far under sea level Indiana is. It's pretty far.
Under?
Not under sea level.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're in the floodplain if shit goes down.
Under the boardwalk.
Well, that's nothing. New Orleans is right next to the freaking Gulf, and they're 30 feet under sea level.
Oh God.
Worst place ever to build a city, and they built one of the biggest. I mean, it wasn't when they built it, but it's now one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Yep. I never understood that. Why would you build an underwater city? Unless you're going to build it like an underwater city.
Now, I understand Holland, they had nowhere else to expand to. They had to expand out into the sea.
Out of the sun.
Speaking of Holland, I wonder what
under the boardwalk. We'll be
falling in love.
But I always thought that they should build that place up like an undersea city. You know what I'm saying? Because they are under sea level. I thought they should build it like an undersea city. And then just that way, that would be badass.
That would be kind of cool. The modern Atlanta has put a dome over it.
Like in Star Wars, you swim down there and you go, oh.
Right, they just put a giant dome over the whole city, They
wouldn't have to worry about it flooding.
No.
I honestly thought that when it was pretty much in ruin after Katrina, when it was the whole city was pretty much in ruin, I honestly thought they would kind of move it to the side up onto higher ground. But they just rebuilt right where it was at after they demolished a lot of it.
Move it or lose it.
Oh God.
That baffled me. I would have been one of the people that'd be like, all right, I'm moving to at least 1,000 foot.
Well, you know, at least a few hundred feet above sea level.
It's all about the earth movement, you know. It doesn't matter where you're at, depending on what's going to happen to the tectonic plate shifting. Because then,
well, the only smart people down there, I believe, are the ones living on the boats in Guam.
Uh-oh.
Those houseboats.
Plate shifts.
Those houseboats they got down there. I believe they're the smartest ones out of the whole damn bunch. Believe it or not.
Right.
Because the water goes up, their house still floats.
Cheers.
Till the hurricane comes.
We both tilting bottles at the same time.
Right. Water bottle.
I still got that Irish monkey shoulder fucking scotch.
Good.
I don't know why.
Hell,
I got my tea jug. Got me
buy a
jug of
submarine. Buy a
It's just
submarine.
nasty, but it doesn't give me a hangover. Scotch does not give me a hangover.
Hey, Shaw. How's it going, Shaw?
Colonel Shaw. Salute.
Salute. Oh my God. Finally.
I was just asking about him.
One of the most valuable player on Sick Pat is Colonel Shaw.
Right.
Well, I'll say Wizard probably, but
well, yeah.
Don, Colonel Shaw, Apex,
Welcome.
you guys, and Singularity, and fucking Deer Book.
It takes all of us, dude.
Deer Butch.
It takes all.
Us all, man.
It takes a village.
I slowly learned that because I'm not very inclined. I have the learned helplessness syndrome, and I've suffered from the Stockholm syndrome a large portion of my life. Yeah. I'll admit that. I voted for Obama the first term.
I did too.
I forgive you, son.
I forgive you. It's not to say that we don't support someone that we consider. I considered him a valuable player, you know, until I learned about private central banking and yada yada yada.
I didn't consider him necessarily. It was the lesser of two evils because I
thought he was going to bring blacks
McCain.
and whites together. I thought he was going to bring all sorts of things. Greenpeace meant to me maybe legalization of weed and yada yada and using clean energy, but China didn't follow it, and yet we still turned our own plants off that are clean burning, and it just all pissed me off.
Yeah, I wrote in Ron Paul.
Yeah. I did not like McCain. There was no way I was voting for McCain. And I did buy into the change that, you know, Obama talked about and everything. And then, but the thing is, before I voted, I looked into a lot of what he had voted on when he was a senator. And that made me nervous because they talked a lot about, because the Healthcare Act that he passed is all it was Clinton care with a different stamp on it. It was Clinton care. Anybody can argue it wasn't.
Would have been
but it was
Romney care too.
Hillary care. Yeah.
If Romney had been in office, it was going to be called Romney care.
For real. Yeah. And I didn't like Romney either.
Everyone knows that.
Me neither.
But yeah.
It's just, and it's all it is. It's like
the little simplest things that are true.
It was easy to see.
It's his story. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it.
They made it. They made it to where it was like car insurance, to where you had to. It was a law that you had to get insurance. That's what they tried to do, to where they didn't try to control the cost of it.
You could still see the price tag on Romney's too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For a second. He was for sale.
paid for by
The ABC companies of America and the world asset, which is the globalist.
yeah. And
Yours truly.
and I don't. And on one side they got the oil industry, they're bought out. On the other side, they've got the banking industry and pharma they're bought out by. That's why I don't buy into either side really.
I mean, there's
whole.
like private interest, and then there's religious interests. And right now, we're experiencing religious interest more than anything.
I think it's private. I think private companies are not private companies. I think companies, corporate, is what.
Well, that's the point. Is that the religion is a company? That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Well, they're definitely
They're corporations.
not really the church. The church is.
Jesuits, hierarchies of the Jesuits will say.
Yep, they're corporations.
The church, the churches, individual churches are corporate.
I mean, there's corroborating evidence that brought me to understanding what, the conspiracy theories they call. It's not about conspiracy theory. It's about corroborating evidence that you guys just didn't look at.
Oh, the odds are they probably looked at it.
The general you, as in like the people in charge of our country. Not you guys, but the general you, like, hey, we as Americans, us as a citizen, got to protect ourselves. Look at how shit has been. That's an Eminem song right there. I can quote every fucking verse of it, but that doesn't mean I like him. I like his art. You can like a person for his art, but at the end of the day, they're a gun, just like Alec Baldwin. I mean, I don't like the guy at all. I would rather say Arnold Schwarzenegger is one that, fell off. Yeah. Or Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder. He fell off. He's all about gun control. It's all the learned helplessness.
Well, and a lot of it is, if you notice.
I grew up loving Elton John music, but that piece of shit. Now I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Look, Eddie Vedder's got people guarding him with guns. It's just like everybody. Nancy Pelosi, let some immigrants go live in your house. Come on, for a day.
Well, yeah, they want to take away. They want to take away our right for guns because they know that they can afford. That most of the time, like politicians can afford it through our tax dollars, but they can afford private security. So of course they don't need the guns to protect themselves.
Exactly. Guys, I'm headed out.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, Wiz.
God bless you
Have a good
all.
night.
Have fun. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Remember, stay strong in your faith.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you guys.
Yeah, build the wall. See you, Wiz. Hey, have a good night, bro.
I think that's my cue.
Build the home around the hood better. We need to build our infrastructure back better. Not fucking build. I mean, yeah, make vet. It's just, yeah.
That the Democrats are building back better, but it's what it is they're building their shitty policies back better.
No, yeah, they're building
for them.
They're building the fucking globalists back better that are outside of the country. They're not building the hood back better for all the people
exactly.
That broke. All the fucking 99%.
I'm Pennsylvania Dutch.
What's your name tonight? Fluck Blyden. I see what you did there. Lion Biden.
I love it.
Blyden.
Number 1 break. Be right back.
Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not exactly sure why I came in. I just got done, literally playing a concert. So there's that.
I thought you were going to do a late night stream. I thought we were going to do that tonight.
I thought I was too, and then I got out of the truck and started walking indoors, and I'm like, dude,
let's see. No, no, it's all good. I understand.
Yeah.
Kim even came in a little bit ago. I think she was getting ready for the late night one, but yeah, but she had internet problems or something. She just went off.
I was listening the entire time while we were talking about what you guys were talking about. Praying through, through divine intervention through the saints and all that. Yeah, that's about where when we were talking about Catholicism and the do's and don'ts. What are these rules and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Skull. That's what I'm gonna do. Probably. I'll probably end up taking like an hour nap, waking up and starting up the stream again.
All right.
Jason, you have my number. If I am not up in an hour, call my ass.
All right.
By that time, I might doze off myself.
Yeah, Skull. I was actually I was raised Catholic. Everything is. I'm not going to say brainwashed because that's not the correct term. Indoctrinated. No. Let's just say I have everything still memorized to this day.
you can say it how you want to. You won't offend me since I'm still Catholic. Yeah. Like I say, I'm secure enough. I know a lot of people that if you disagree with their religion or disagree with it, they get really upset. But Shaw and I actually have got similar views. We don't necessarily agree with everything the church does or is doing. So
my best friend is a Catholic, and some of the best people I know are Catholic, but it doesn't make a difference. It's what Go ahead.
I actually walked away from the Catholic Church when right after I was confirmed at 16.
Nice. Oh, so you were confirmed also. Nice.
Yeah. Who was my oh shoot. Which saint did I take as my name? I can't even remember now.
See, I already had a Christian name, so I don't have the fourth name. Yeah. All my sisters have the fourth name.
Right. Well, I never took the actual name in as legal, into my actual name. That would have been weird. But I was here. I'll tell my story and then I'm going to take a nap. So when I was 16, the youth group that I was part of was planning a youth retreat for our sister parish. All the kids were going to come down and we were going to host the retreat for them. Well, they brought one of the nights during one of the planning meetings. They brought a priest that literally no one knew. I mean, I think the youth leader knew him, but no one else did. He wasn't even part of our diocese or anything, And he started, giving this speech and preaching about how the devil was going to, try to, I guess, hinder our progress or create distractions and try to interfere in the planning process, and what we need to do to stay vigilant, all that, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Well, he started listing off. Let me preface this with this tiny backstory. My cousin is a massage therapist. She is also a practicer of Reiki and Chi energy, healing arts, Eastern, religion.
That's
Eastern
shit, by the way.
Yeah, she's actually a Reiki level 3, so she knows.
Usually hot coming out, but it gets cool.
Now, fast forward back to where the priest is talking about this stuff. He specifically mentions the use of Chi energy and Reiki, and knowing what I know about it, about the Eastern philosophies and the teachings of Chi energy and using it, you have to focus on what brings you light and happiness and joy in your life. You have to focus that, and then push it out. Release it on to wherever. Well,
You make it sound like giving birth.
Well, essentially, it kind of is. I mean, not in the painful way.
No, I got
In a
yeah.
shamanic way. I get it.
Yeah, like for instance, I'm actually a Reiki level 2. If I were to like, you can actually literally feel the heat, warmth of the energies coming off of my hands. I don't even have to touch you. You can just literally feel it radiating off of my hands when But
Yeah.
the like I literally what got in my head when this priest was saying this was, wait a minute, are you telling me that my cousin is going to hell for her profession? No, fuck you, I'm out. At 16 years old, I literally stood up from the prayer meeting, walked out to my mom's car. She was sitting out in the parking lot, and I never looked back.
Sounds like you had a very aggressive.
There was a lot of you do this
That's
or you're going to hell.
That's unfortunate. Not all are like that, fortunately.
Yeah.
And
well,
yeah.
I can't learn this. Yeah.
But I understand. It's unfortunate, and that's what we were talking about earlier is the force that people try to use on forcing people into belief, and that's, I think, harmful to it, in my opinion.
Well, and that definitely states the fact that you are at that point an organized religion. It has gone past. It's depleted itself from being from the spiritual aspect. Now you are just doing this because they tell you to, which is nothing more than a cult.
Yeah.
You dress in a gray suit and you follow orders.
Don't get me wrong. I was the youngest member of the Knights of Columbus. I joined when I was 15.
Oh, they let you join at that age?
They let me join in as an early.
I was gonna say here you've got to be an adult.
Yeah, no. Well, they had an early initiate sort of thing. You had technically you had to be 16, but I was right on that cusp. I was about to turn 16, so they allowed the application to go through. No, I at one point I had full on life insurance, and I had benefits going for me. It was crazy the amount of things to take care of.
Huh.
Now, I originally wanted to just join because I saw all the ceremonies, in church, and I'm like, I want a sword. I want to hold a sword over a procession. Well, then I found out the more you know, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, okay? Actually a couple of weeks ago was thinking I should go back and listen to a mass again. I'm just gonna sit in back, not take the Eucharist, and I'll just I'll listen and see if it clicks.
Well, even at your age that you were allowed to join the Knights of Columbus, it shows the differences even between states, and I think a lot of that's between the priest that maybe is running it. Here, there'd be so many more steps to go through that you wouldn't be able to, but that just shows, that unfortunately you had an aggressive priest that pushed the fire and brimstone, and
very much so.
Yeah. And that drives me nuts. And I've met priests like that. I've met pastors like that. It's there's individuals that get way too I call it aggressive with the fire and brimstone stuff, and I think that's unfortunate.
It's not even sensationalizing.
I mean, people have been through earthquakes, so fire and brimstone just means earthly matters. Earth lives matter.
Earth lives. Dang.
I meant biblically.
Bro.
Wow. Did you just go up full on lives matter stuff? No.
I'm gonna stop. Yeah, no, I wanted to hear your point, Single.
No, I was just giving you guff, man. I got a kick out of it.
Told you
Replies
life
matter.
matters.
You were saying something great though, and I fucking ran over it.
No, you good.
No, I was just babbling.
Yeah.
No babble sphere here. You were doing good, man.
You're a babblefish.
Yeah, I babble.
I do the babbling. My two older brothers will tell you that. Nobody listens to me. I'm lucky to have a few guys like I know, some of the older cats in here know that I, don't have a job or this or that. But like I say, it's not about that. It's about connection, man. And I think at the end of the day, everyone knows that. I'm trying to connect in here. Everyone's trying to hear each other out. And I feel that. Whether if people
Bill, you're right. Haters gonna hate.
Exactly.
I can honestly say that I appreciate the conversations that we're able to have to where nobody gets
singled out,
gets mad and or singled out or there's some people that kind of try to do the digs, to get you riled up. And I'm glad that we can have the conversation without that. We can just go back and forth, and that's what I like. I don't care. Even if you're Muslim and you came in here, and a lot of people will be mad at me for this, but even if as long as you're not talking about hurting people, I will have a rational discussion with you.
I worked for at least 8 years in a pizza kitchen with guys from, they were from Palestine, and there's two different kinds. You got the what do you call it? The Sunni and the Shiite.
Yeah.
And I believe they were the Sunni. It's hard to remember, but one of them changed the Quran. I think it was the Shiite.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think they're the little bit more like crazy ones that are audastic about
you're right.
Killing the infidel.
You guys follow the Sharia law.
Exactly.
and there's some of them that follow the earlier version of the Quran that was more peaceful. Because one funny thing about Muhammad is that when he created the Quran, it was kind of peaceful-ish. It was more or less kind of like the peace and well-being and stuff like that. But then he gained power, and it all went to the negative and everything. And a lot of the really terroristic ones take that negative part of it. And then I will admit there's some of them I don't agree with that religion, but it's their belief, their opinion, and everything is all I can do is
Martial law.
Right, Sean. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
And say that, I mean, not us Christians, but we Christians, back in the history, the Catholics and stuff, and the Christians, we were really no better, than that. I mean, with the Crusades and all that, we decimated Muslim populations.
Here's an interesting fact that they leave out of history, though. The Crusades began initially not to take Jerusalem. The Crusades came from the fact that the Muslims were pushing into Eastern Europe, and they were trying to forcefully convert, and they were wiping out anybody that would not convert. And so all the countries pushed back and pushed them back in. And then the first crusade, they basically just kept going and took Jerusalem. Then after that, it was all about Jerusalem. But to begin with, it was to stop the invading army.
Right.
But then it did. Yeah, there was a lot of atrocities done on both sides. And that shows that you get leaders that manipulate religion for power.
Yep.
And that's unfortunate. That's why I like it that people really have an individual relationship instead of being told what to think.
Yes.
Being told what to think is when the dangers come.
Yep. You're absolutely
Therein lies
right.
the problem. That's where the problem starts.
Right.
When people start trying to dictate where your personal values start.
Right. And now, and like Shaw said, that was 1,000 years ago, and we were more barbaric back then, I like to think, than we are now.
So, yes.
And I think Christianity has definitely come a long ways, and we've gotten back into the teachings of Jesus more than anything, in the peace and prosperity type of thing. Love thy neighbor.
Somewhat, yes, I believe.
And I won't deny that some people are still pretty hateful, and it sucks. And that's on the individual, not on what we should be, I believe.
Right.
It does suck. Like I say, I've caught a lot of, some of the worst insults I've had are from other Christians since I'm Catholic.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So
oh yeah.
It's just unfortunate because, like I say, I consider myself Christian first. Catholic is just a church I went to.
I could see that, definitely. I'm not acclaimed. I don't have a denomination that I claim. Seventh-day Adventist, I guess, would be the closest. Although, even though Ellen White wrote very Christian things and I think very prophetic things, but I don't necessarily condone to a lot of the things that they put out about Ellen White, at any rate. But I just believe in the Bible, and but it goes back to the Bible that you get modern day is not always the same red letter stone that they had back in the day.
Absolutely. Yep.
And either way, it's all religions, and this is what it gets down to. The Pope, they're talking about stuff that's before all religions. There was something that everyone got along with, this certain thing. So they want to make a one world religion. I'm telling you, I don't know if you know about the Sunday law, but that could be coming to a theater near you.
I haven't heard about that.
You don't know about the Sunday law? I've known about that for like 10 years. I mean, it's big deal.
I'll have to look at it. I'm actually typing that in. I'll save it.
Sunday law.
Skull or Shaw nailed it. It's like he said, it's like blaming all women for eating the proverbial apple. You can't. It's on the individual, not on the. Yeah, I agree with Shaw on that. I think he nailed it.
Here's the thing, and this is I'm going to throw a huge wrench into the whole Adam and Eve concept. Okay, and and no, I'm not going to bring up the incest thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Although someone did have to bang their mom. Anyways, no. Okay, so in the original teachings, this is going back to like the Jewish teachings. It wasn't Adam and Eve; it was Adam and Lilith, and they were both made
originally
from clay. Lilith was not out of Adam's rib. She was made from the same clay as Adam. Now,
Lilith was the original creation with Adam, and then when Lilith was banned from the Garden of Eden, then Adam was lonely, so God created Eve.
Exactly. Now that's something they don't necessarily say in the Bible. You have to go to the like the actual Torah, and then look also at Gnostic practices as well.
And see, that's the kicker about the in my circles we call it the Congress of Constantine. It's when Constantine brought everybody in, and different factions of all Christianity came in, and they chose different books of the Bible. There was so many books to be put in the thing. So there actually are, and that's where it can be argued that there are many more books. And that's why I like the Catholic Bible, because there are a lot more books of the original series in the Catholic Bible. And to be honest, there's more books beyond that. You talk about like Levi talked about, there's extra in the Dead Sea Scrolls. There was extra, even in the Dead Sea Scrolls, there was extra books by Levi that talked about Mary, not the mother of Jesus. That it didn't talk about, not the mother of Jesus. I'm talking about Mary Magdalene, and talks about her not as a prostitute, but as a close confidant of Jesus.
That's
So
Mary Magdalene.
and there's some aspects and some portions even within Christianity that say actually there was some jealousy between by Peter and John of the close camaraderie between Mary and Jesus, and that's why they kind of put some derogatory things, which is unfortunate. But it's one of those things that it could be both ways. You just don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that's getting way deep beyond the Bible. That's getting into extra books that were found in the Dead Sea Scrolls.
There's actually, and you can. It was within. I believe it was the Dead Sea Scrolls. There is. If you go and find the audiobook version of it, it's like maybe 15 minutes long. 15 minutes long. But there's an actual book of Adam and Eve where it's not Genesis. It's not in the garden. This is their story after they've been banished and are living in the cave.
Well, I mean, what more can you believe than what's prevalent now is not that what the story, but you'd have to explain deeper what you're talking about.
And if you really want to get deep into a lot of that, are you guys there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit. I thought I hit the red button.
No.
That happens. I'm
really good at hitting that darned red button. But oh, sorry, Shaw. I enjoy them. And if you really want to get into depth in a lot of the, considered lost books and everything, you can get into the books of Mary even.
There's two different ones.
It is a deep rabbit hole to get into, and a lot of people aren't necessarily prepared for that conversation.
No, they are not.
One deep rabbit hole with religion, and that's with the 432, 440 hertz conspiracy. And look at the book of Numbers. They took out certain stuff in the Bible about numbers. Trust me.
Yeah.
I bet Colonel Shaw could approve of that. He approves that message.
Hey, Skull, guess what? It's about that time.
That's right. Fire.
I'll fire in the bowl once, and then I'm gonna end, and then Jason, like I said, call me in an hour if you're not asleep.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I gotta find my bowl.
I'll get it started back up, and we'll have a awesome late night. Oh man, Taco Bell was the only thing that was open on my way home, so I got now.
Cantina Taco is pretty legit there.
See, when I got the chicken quesadilla with extra everything.
I mean, it's all the same thing, but really, it's good.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Man, where is my bubbler at?
Mary Magdalene is the one I meant.
Colonel Shaw, come on up if you can. I don't know how long the stream's going.
Oh, hold up! Don't come up yet. Like I said, I'm about to close down for about an hour and out.
Man, you got to stick around for a little bit longer. Come on.
All right, I'll tell you what.
You can do it.
The live says right now that we're sitting at 3 hours and 45 minutes of being live. I will go until it says 4 hours.
All right, that'll work.
15 minutes. Yeah, 15 extra minutes.
We get back up in an hour or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to.
My concern is if I don't keep talking, I may quite possibly fall asleep.
That's the thing. I gotta keep my ass up.
Yeah, Skull's right. Don't kill Apex. We're not supposed to break the Apex.
Well, see, I
know we could have lost him long ago.
It's true.
I slept in like somebody else should have that brought up having a late or after hours thing. That now who was that?
technically, I could keep the stream open, and I'll just sit in the background. And
No, it's all good. Because the odds are sooner or later I would accidentally hit the red button and not be able to get back in anyways.
this is true. Yeah, because I've got to let people in.
The deadly ring red button of death.
And we all know that I will hit that red button at some point in time.
Right. Bro, we need to get your admin working again.
Yeah, I got my laptop redone, so I could probably do it again. But I had to have it completely wiped and redone. So,
well, let's just we got to get you in touch with Wiz so that he can get you set up again.
yeah, I've got his number. I was texting him tonight, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll try to get that going again. Yeah, because this, like during the winter, I'll be able to have more hours again too.
Right. Actually, yeah, that's about the same all the way around, really. Once the weather turns crappy, I'm probably not going to be going outside much to do much anything.
Yeah, I won't be able to.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Like
a lot deeper snow.
A little difficult to put metal on a roof and try to walk on a roof when it's snowing and freezing.
Yeah.
No amount of slip resistant shoes would help that.
No, it can be done, but it has to do with harnesses and rope, and it's just a real sucky time.
Yeah. Colonel, hold up on coming on stream. Like I said, I'm gonna start up again in about an hour.
Okay.
And we'll go to like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hopefully.
I'll be here.
Hopefully I'm not too delirious.
Did Emerald give you my number?
No, sir.
He was supposed to text it to you.
Okay. Throw it in private chat, and I'll copy it and put it in from there.
Right on.
And yeah, Skull, I do have food. It's Taco Bell. It was the only thing that was open on the way home.
That way, just in case I fall asleep, you can shoot me a text, and that might wake me up because I haven't been getting any notifications.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's weird. I'm not getting any either, and that's both through Twitch and YouTube.
Yep, same here. You're not boring, Ghost. I think we had an awesome conversation earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was good enough to bring Kimmy up. She wanted to get in, and then darn it, she had trouble with her internet or something. And she just went off out of nowhere and didn't come back. So I'm worried that her internet was messing with her.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I know she really likes those conversations.
Uh-huh.
It was me, Apex, and her here last night actually discussing that we need to do a late night stream or an after hour stream to where, because a lot of people don't like these discussions. And I think if we had an after hours, it'd be better. People that do like it to come in then.
Yep.
Sometimes it's the morning for people like Colonel Shaw, though, too. So it's like,
right.
It's about timing. Doesn't really matter if it's day or night.
Well, and Shaw's a good one to have up here because he's I mean, I've read the Bible, read it over, but I mean, Shaw really knows the Bible. I mean, he can quote verses and that and whatnot. He's as another Catholic, he's a good one to have up here to kind of help me represent that we're really not all bad.
Smart Oh man.
I just had one of those French fries.
Yeah, I'm at that point. You know, it sucks because we got 13 viewers right now. Hello, 13 viewers.
I just had one of those hard French fries that bites you in your fucking gum.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, I hated it.
So to the 13, I'm gonna call it a little early.
Right on.
Yeah. To the 13 viewers, come back in an hour. I promise you I'll have this set back up. So it is nap time.
Right on.
Do it, baby.
Lay back and relax.
Lay your
time.
ass down or back.
Take
Chill
care,
out.
everyone.
Yep.
See ya.
See you guys in a bit.
All right. We'll pop collars.